What's up, everyone? Here we go. It's playoff hockey night. Got a possible elimination on the docket tonight. I'm Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect. And we're here to watch the Winnipeg Jets versus the St. Louis Blues. Going to be a lot of fun. We're going to start off by saying hello to all you beautiful people who are already here in chat, ready to get started, ready to watch Game 6 of this game, best of 7 series between the Jets and the Blues. Right now, the Jets lead the series 3-2. Game will get started just after 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Time. Oh, and just like that, 4:50, and my wife arrives home right when the stream gets started after a long day at work. Everyone, welcome my wife home, please. So, we are going to, like I said, say hello to all you beautiful people who are in chat, all ready to go. We're going to go through the stats that you want, but you don't really need for the Jets versus the Blues. During the first period, we're going to do some show and tell. If you guys know what that means. Time to see some vintage hockey cards. Here, let's see. I'll show you one. I'll show you one just to whet your palate for it. All right. Here's one for you. Brendan Shanahan from 1992. Yes, Brendan Shanahan used to play for the St. Louis Blues. So we'll go through and look at some of those. That's just one of the ones that we have for St. Louis. Got a whole bunch here that we're going to go through. And then I got some bonus ones too, just in case, which is also Winnipeg, but not the same franchise because, of course, it's complex. There's been more than one Winnipeg franchise. And then the second intermission, as I ramble on about hockey cards, we're going to do Jets and Blues trivia. So that should be lots of fun too. So we'll test your guys' knowledge of the Jets and the Blues and see how that goes. So look forward to all that. I did feed him at 3. My wife died today, everyone. I'm married to a ghost. She's very pretty right now, but she's also very sad, but she's still very pretty. It's very confusing. Okay, let's say hello to you people. What do you mean, you people? And then we'll go through the stats that we want, but we don't really need. Before I got the computer turned on today, Big Hog Hockey, fake Big Hog Hockey, Emmanuel was here and he said, my B-Day is in 5 days. Now I can have happy birthday. Yes, you can, brother. You're going to have a wonderful birthday. Zach McNally Leafs says, Leafs win yesterday. Yep, the Leafs taking that series. They will not be reverse swept, despite what everybody wanted to see. I mean, not what everybody wanted to see. And then Calvin99 Charlie shows up and he's like, Snapback Sports did a review on this team in the regular season, gave them a low score. Hope he goes to playoff games soon, but it's Winnipeg. Laugh out loud. Yeah. And then she goes like, go Blues! But Chico's made his allegiances known, cheering for the Blues against the Winnipeg Jets. Big Mac says, yo, what's shaking, everyone? Welcome, Big Mac. Nice to see you, buddy. Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. How's your day going, brother? Emmanuel, hi, guys. I won't be here for a bit. Just wanted to say I'm playing games and I will be watching the live stream on my TV. Very cool, Emmanuel. Enjoy your video games. What are you playing today? What video games are you playing, sir? And then People's First Yukon shows up and says, hey, guys. Look at that. Bobby with the membership. You love to see it. Oh, she's going straight for a drink, everyone. Oh, she already had a drink at work. Oh, wow. She had a drink at work and now she's having a drink at home. You know, my wife had a rough day when she's having 2 drinks because she's about a 2-drink person, so. And then Big Mac says, sup, Crystal? And then Calvin99 Charlie says, let's go, Jets. Jets. And also, hello, Ross's wife. And she smiled. Calvin99 Charlie, that card is almost as old as me. Laugh out loud. It's not quite as old as me. Hachiko, rest in peace, Crystal. And Jessica's like, hi, Jessica, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Good to see you in Canucks Clay stream yesterday. Hope you had a fun time there. Good to see you here today, Jessica. Glad you could make it. Calvin 99 Charlie. Hachiko, Canucks Conversation had Mancini on their podcast. If you want to check it out. Ooh. Mancini coming on the Canucks Conversation. That's very cool. Hachiko, I checked out the Canucks Army stream earlier today, Calvin. Oh, sorry, I missed it. Hachiko, was it that one or is it another one? And the Big Mac, like, fantastic day. I get the weekend off, so I'm stoked. Oh, Big Mac with the weekend off. That must feel good for a chef. That doesn't happen very often. And then Hachiko says, Kings eliminated. Fuck the Kings. Oh, swear jar. And then Mia Clausen shows up and says, hi. And I'm like, hi, Mia Clausen. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Are you a Jets fan? Are you a Blues fan? Who are you going for today? Mia, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to Nothing is Perfect. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. Mia Clausen in the chat. Calvin HR, yes, it was today's live. Okay. Milosh, go Blues! So Milosh is here cheering for the Blues. Zach just says swear jar. Thank you, Zach, for getting the swear jar out for us. Oh, my wife's got the music on now. She's jamming out. She's going to feel better soon. She's got a drink and a jam. Calvin and Charlie, I love the battle of the coaches the media is trying to push. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's kind of funny. They are kind of, they're going back and forth a little bit. But obviously the media likes to run with it. Hachiko, with Kings and Habs eliminated, I've decided to follow the Leafs for the second round. Interesting. Hachiko, you're cheering for the Leafs now, eh? Mia Clausen says, go Jets, go! All right, Mia Clausen cheering for the Jets. Good to see you. And if it was you who just subscribed, thank you very much. Big Mac, yeah, almost never happens, but I've been lucky. I've had weekends off for the past, 4 weeks. Bro, that's wild, man. Zach's happy. Hachiko and Zach are now best friends because they're cheering for the same team in the playoffs. Okay, let's hop over to the stats that you want, but you don't really need. So we can get into that. So the Winnipeg Jets on Fridays, and I'll have to be very specific too, because this is the Winnipeg Jets plus the Atlanta Thrashers. So there was only actually one playoff series with the Atlanta Thrashers, but we'll hear more about that when we do trivia later today. So the Jets have played 8 times on Friday in the playoffs. They are 4-4. At home, they're 2-2. On the road, they're 2-2. So, a completely neutral stat. The Winnipeg Jets on Fridays in the playoffs are 4-4. When playing on May 2nd in the playoffs, they have never played on May 2nd in the playoffs. That's because they usually don't make it very far in the playoffs, unfortunately. But today is their day to play their very first May 2nd ever in the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. The Blues on Friday have done it a lot more times, 47 times. They've been in the league a lot longer as well. They're 21-26, so they actually are below 500. However, at home, they are 14-14 on Friday in the playoffs. They're 7-12 on the road, but they are playing in St. Louis tonight, so they are 14-14. So they are a neutral stat today. So we got a neutral stat for the Jets on Friday and a neutral stat for the Jets, for the Blues on Friday. On May the 2nd, the Blues have played on May the 2nd in the playoffs 6 times. They are 4-2. So they have managed to win their best of 7 series on May the 2nd. They are actually 2-0 at home on May the 2nd in the playoffs. So they've never lost at home on May the 2nd. So this is Winnipeg's opportunity to win for the first time ever against the St. Louis Blues on May the 2nd in St. Louis. We're looking at the Jets versus the Blues in the playoffs. They've played 11 times now in the playoffs. The Jets are 5-6 overall. At home, they're 3-3 against the Blues. On the road, they're 2-3. So they are 1 game below 500 in St. Louis, but they are at 500 at home. We're looking at the Jets and the Blues on Friday. They've only played once, and that was in Winnipeg, and the Jets lost. They have not played in St. Louis on a Friday, so this will be the very first time that the Jets and the Blues play on a Friday in the playoffs. The Jets versus the Blues, overall, obviously, like I said, the Blues have a 6-5 record against the Jets and are 3-2 at home, so a positive stat there, and then also winning the only Friday game ever in Winnipeg. but obviously no stat here. So if we look at it, neutral, good for Blues. Good for Blues. Yeah, looks like the stats are leaning toward the Blues tonight, guys. In the stats that you want, but you don't really need. So we'll see if this little experiment that we do has anything to do with the outcome of the game tonight. We're looking at the Jets' current leading scorer against the Blues in the playoffs. Kyle Connor, he's got 7 goals in 11 games against the Blues. Scheifele has 7 assists in 11 games, and Kyle Connor has the overall 13 points in 11 games against the Blues in the playoffs. For the Blues against the Jets, Jaden Schwartz has 4 goals in 6 games. Cam Fowler has 8 assists in 5 games and 9 points in 5 games. Yes, Cam Fowler has 9 points in 5 games against the Jets. Isn't that weird? Okay, let's look at the stats for the team stats between the Jets and the Blues. As I mentioned, this is game 6. The Winnipeg Jets won the first one and the second one. Then the St. Louis Blues won the third and fourth game, and then Winnipeg won the 5th game. So if you didn't notice, both these games were played in Winnipeg. Winnipeg won both of those. Both these games were played in St. Louis. St. Louis won both of those. And then this one was played in Winnipeg as well, and Winnipeg won that one. So can a road team win a game in this series? Because if the Winnipeg Jets can figure out how to do that, they'll be able to finish the Blues off in St. Louis tonight. However, they have not managed to win a game in St. Louis so far in these playoffs. Tonight is the opportunity. Kyle Connor, 8 points in this series against the Blues. He also has 4 goals. Mason Appleton with 5 assists, the assist leader for the Jets so far in this playoff series. Cam Fowler, as I mentioned, 9 points. Pavel Buchnevich, he's got 3 goals in the 5 games they've played. And then Cam Fowler, 8 assists. Just wild. This stat's wild. There's no other way to put it. If we're looking at the team stats so far in the playoffs, power play for the Blues has been really, really good. 5th in the league, 31.6%. The Jets have struggled on the power play. They're 14 out of 16 teams, 14.3%. We're looking at the Jets penalty kill, not great either. So special teams has been an issue for the Jets. 68.4%. That's 11th out of 16 teams. Third best penalty kill in the playoffs so far. The Blues have at 85.7%. Looking at face-off percentages, 15th. So 15 out of 16 teams, the Jets have not been good on the face-off dot. Obviously, meaning that the Blues have been dominating them with a 53.7%, second best in the whole tournament so far. If we're looking at the goals for, the Jets have been scoring 3 goals, which is 10th out of 16, and allowing 3.8, which is 12th out of 16. So again, on the downside. So it's interesting, you see a lot of these stats, the Blues have better percentages or better numbers. 3.8 goals per game is third best in the playoffs, and 3 goals against per game is 6th best. However, despite all these stats looking like it should be in favor of the St. Louis Blues, they are currently down 2-3. Right? Connor Hellebuck only has a .822 save percentage. Right? Even Jordan Binnington has better numbers right now. Right? It doesn't make sense. So a very close series. Overall, the Jets have a .867 save percentage and a 3.8. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So, what the heck will happen tonight? Nobody knows. St. Louis, let's have a look at their stuff as well, because points-wise, what's happening? It's doing weird stuff. So, Thomas, Buchnevich, Neighbors. So, Thomas and Buchnevich both have 7 points in 5 games. Neighbors got 1 goal and 4 assists in 5 games. Plus minus wise, Fox, Toropchenko, Sundqvist, Snugerud, Walker, and Buchnevich are all positives, but not a lot of positives on the Blues. Dylan Holloway also not playing. Injured close to the end of this season. So let's hop back over to the bar. Calvin 99 Charlie, I think it's funny that St. Louis gave offer sheets to Broberg and Holloway before it was supposed to be. Out of respect, you don't go for them. I feel like soon that will all change. Yep. Calvin, we're on the same page. I say that this is going to be the summer of offer sheets. Summer of offer sheets. We never see playoff Fowler before because of Anaheim. Fair enough. No, I mean, Cam Fowler has played in the playoffs. Let's look up his stuff. Because he did make a couple runs with that's the thing. He was playing for Anaheim for so long that he even played back when they were actually good. So let's look up, Cam Fowler. So career in the playoffs. So he has made the playoffs quite a few times. So in 2014-15, he made it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals, I believe. Is that the year they made it? Yeah, he had 10 points in 16 games, so that was his highest total. He's about, if he scores one more point, he'll have tied his total all-time high points in a playoffs season at 10, but he will have done it in half the amount of games or a third of the amount of games. Yeah, so Cam Fowler scoring out of the ordinary right now, which is kind of strange. You never really expect to see that. All right, back to the bar. Calvin 99 Charlie, imagine Kyle Connor and Tyler Myers on the same team with their long ass necks. Imagine if they could make a baby. They would literally give birth to a giraffe. Maybe that's where giraffes came from. Calvin 99 Charlie, I have David Gustafson on any team. He's a decent bottom sixth line when you play him. Good face-off. David Gustafson. Who's David Gustafson? Gustav Soon. Yeah, the one who plays for Winnipeg. He's played 4 games so far in the playoffs. Back to the bar. I mean, over to the thingy with the thing. Playoffs. Yeah, so he's played 4 times. He's got a goal. Good on the faceoff, you say, eh? Huh. Yeah, looks like they're just singing the national anthems now, so we should be getting underway pretty quick here. Back to the bar. And Zach says, let's go Leafs! All right, let's that's ready to go. Singing the American national anthem now. Will they shout part of the song? Because sometimes they do that. Sometimes they shout at different times. Oh, and my wife has left the building now. She took Dobby out for a walk. And since we have a moment, I'm going to take a quick moment to propose a toast. To evil! Oh, that's tasty. They've got a police officer there wearing a Blues jersey. He might have been injured in action on crutches. Russ has security cameras? No. Too evil, says Zach. Too evil, says Big Mac. All right. Let's do our first poll question of the day. Can the Jets finish off the Blues tonight? Question mark. There we go. Here's our first poll question. Can the Jets finish off the Blues tonight? Your answers are yes, no. Do I look like a fortune teller? And nah, Blues win 2, booting the Jets. What do you guys think? Paragrapher Pro in the chat, Dustin Boydell, in the words of the immortal Homer Simpson, to alcohol and cause of and solution to, and the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. To Homer Simpson. 5 seconds into game 6 and the whistle's already gone. The puck has been dropped. Welcome, Dustin Boydell. Nice to see you. Not to tease it too much, but there is a very small chance that Dustin Boydell may be joining us live from Florida tomorrow. We're going to do a little test tomorrow to make sure everything works, but we'll see. So you might see Dustin Boydell joining the stream tomorrow on Nothing is Perfect. You never know. You never know what's about to happen here on Nothing is Perfect. All right. The Jets are controlling in the blue zone. I'll give you guys a countdown once the Calvin and Charlie. I cheers my Coke because I don't drink. Laugh out loud. Cheers to Calvin's Coke. And then Calvin and Charlie just finished off. Odd word of choicing. Get your mind out of the gutter, Calvin. That sounds like you problem, not a me problem. What do you mean finished off? Big Mac's like, Dusty! Hey, all, just dropping to say hello. Really hope I can join you from the trip. Leaving shortly. Have a great stream, Russ, and chat. Thank you for stopping by, Dusty. Have a safe trip down to Florida. The Blues do not have a shot yet in the game, but they have managed to ice the puck. Learn the rules! Stanley runs into Walker and his teammate. After icing the puck, they need to learn the rules. Yeah, good luck in your tourney, Dusty. Hopefully we can talk to you tomorrow. It should be fun. Good luck, Dusty! Or Dustin! Then Zach's like, Canada. Learn the rules, learn the rules. Thank you, Zach, for getting those rule books out so quickly for the St. Louis Blues. Oh, they do turn over the puck in the Jets zone. Jets are going to be skating in this first period from right to left, and the Blues are skating from left to right. The Winnipeg Jets are wearing their white, blue with red trim, and there's no red on their jerseys. Huh? The Jets are wearing their white and blue jerseys, and the Blues are wearing their blue, white, and yellow jerseys, going with their retro colors lately. It's good to see. Brandon Tanev down low, puts the puck behind the net. Picked up there, put back to the point. Shot to the front of the net. That one goes wide. Braden Shen grabs the puck, puts it up the half boards. Jets turn it over, try and get it down low, but it gets blocked. Gets turned over at center. All right, I'll give you guys a... Oh, no, it's gone. The Blues are 1-7 in the last 8 games. 6 when trailing 3-2. So they have only won 1 of their last 7 games when trailing in this game. Whoops. Paragraph Pro says, thanks all. Calvin and Charlie. See ya later, Dusty. Hope you have all your paperwork in order just in case of ice. Yep. Hopefully he does. The Blues move it out over the blue line, dumping it into the corner. Battled up to the half boards. The Jets managed to work it all the way up to center ice. Collected in their own zone. Jets flip it out to center. Healers. Back up to the half boards. The Jets managed to keep it in. Jordan Binnington comes out of his net, stops that dump around. Stops it for his defenseman who can kick it up to the corner. And then the Blues skated out. They have a potential 3-on-2 here, but the Jets are getting back quickly. And good stick by one of those guys getting back. Tipping the puck, and it goes into the Jets bench. Only one shot so far. 16:09 left to go in the first period. And Zach says, bro! You guys, oh yeah, you can see this. The Doritos are sitting beside me. I might sneak a couple Doritos here if you don't mind. Again, I've got to remember we got to put out the Conn Smythe Trophy and the Stanley Cup. Got to make sure they're sitting there ready to be gifted out at the end of this Stanley Cup playoffs. I will also post daily on my Instagram. Yeah, so if you guys want, go check out Dustin's Instagram because he'll be posting on there if you want to see any of the stuff he's doing down there in Florida. Did Bennington make a save with his head there? Looked like he lunged for it with his head. I feel like the picture quality is not great on this feed right now for some reason. Do I have a different feed I can watch? That looks a little better. Change to the 4K channel. Yeah, that does look better already. Maybe my TV needs to be changed the settings too. I put it on sports setting. Hachiko, I mind. I absolutely do mind. Why, Hachiko? They're jalapeno cheddar flavored and they're delicious. Zach, Hachiko, yo! Says Zach. And so everyone knows we will be doing the Game 7 between the Avalanche and the Stars tomorrow. So we will be live tomorrow as well. So you're getting back-to-back nights of Nothing is Perfect with me, Russell Holiday, as we watch playoff hockey and try and forget about the fact that we're Canucks fans. Blues controlling in their own zone. Still literally only one shot in this game. I still haven't even given you guys a countdown. Here it is. 14, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. Hachiko says, Zach! And Big Mac says, best Doritos hands down, jalapeno cheddar. Thank you! Russ, do you like ketchup? Also, Hachiko, did you try ketchup chips before? I do like ketchup. I do. You know what I like doing, Calvin? And call me crazy. I like mixing a little bit of... Oh, the Blues score! They get control in the zone for the first time in tonight's game, and they start things off by scoring with a shot from the point that looks like it might have been deflected. It looks like the referees have gotten together. They're having a chat about it. What are they doing? They might review this. First shot of the game for the Blues goes in. Broberg might have gotten it. We'll have to wait and see. Calvin, I'll get back to your comment once we figure out what's going on with the goal here. Maybe a little bit of goaltender interference in front. Yeah, Buchnevich was making contact with... did he enter the crease? Ooh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Sandberg came in and shoved Buchnevich. So I don't know. Wonder what the call on the ice was. Right now, they're saying it's 1 goal. So right now, looks like the Jets might take a timeout. But for now, we're going to call it 1-0 for the Blues. And Ichiko says, go, 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 go. And then Big Mac says, go, 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 boom, goal. And then Zach says, 1-0. And then Jessica says, I'm cheering for the Jets. OMG, Hellebuck. Yeah, Jessica, can you believe it? Hellebuck lets that one in. So pass back. Broberg with a shot. fluttering shot, and Sandberg's in front making contact with Buchnevich. So I don't think Hellebuck even saw it. The perfect screen created by Sandberg on his own goaltender. And then the puck just flutters by Hellebuck. He never saw it at all, and it's in the back of the net. But it's actually Sandberg who actually makes contact with Hellebuck's helmet and knocks him. So looks like Winnipeg took a timeout to look at it, but they have decided they're not going to challenge it. So that stands, everyone. The St. Louis Blues starting things off. First shot, first goal. 14 minutes into the period, or 14 minutes left to go in the first period. Hey, Dobby, welcome back. Was he a good boy? That's good. Crystal says Dobby was a good boy. Go, go, go. They are good. Dip them back in ketchup for cool twist. What? Apparently you can dunk your jalapeno cheddar chips in ketchup. This is what they're telling me. Calvin, Russ, do you like ketchup? Also, Ichigo, did you try ketchup just before? I do like ketchup. I do like to mix it with Frank's because I like spicy ketchup. It's crazy, I know, but it is tasty. You should try it sometime. Or even just like when you get your ketchup out, just crack a bunch of like really fresh ground black pepper on it. Mix it all in there. That's the good stuff. And Big Mac's like, ketchup chips. And Ichigo says, I have never tried ketchup chips because I'm not Canadian. Did you know that if you try ketchup chips, you are then Canadian? That's how it works. That's why our national color is red and white. Because we are made of ketchup. My wife's like, absolutely not. Calvin and Charlie, you should, Ichigo. It's really good. It might sound crazy, but people do put ketchup on fries. So why not chips? Old Dutch and Lay's both have different tastes. Yep. No. Ketchup chips, not Doritos. Okay, yeah, that would have been bad then. Don't dip your Doritos in ketchup, but ketchup chips. Okay, fair enough. Do double ketchup, and my wife's like, no. And my wife is, if I like ketchup, my wife is just like, she gets the ball out in the morning. This is her daily routine. She just shakes it up, flips open. She does like a shot of ketchup to start the day. Yeah. Jets gonna come back, says Imprick Fetty We Trust. Welcome back, Imprick Fetty We Trust. Matt from the past. But you go, Russ can't read at Big Mac. I know, bro. How have you not figured that out yet, Hachiko? You've been watching me for like 9 months now, and you know I can't read, bro. K. Cato, St. Louis are solid at home. Yep, they are. They don't lose many games down there in St. Louis. Jessica, Russ, you should try boiled eggs with honey or peanut butter. Huh. I can see the honey working, but I'm weirded out by the peanut butter, Jessica. So are you telling me I could make a peanut butter, honey, and egg sandwich? Should I be trying this? Russ, can I have a Dorito? Yeah, here you go, buddy. Open up. Open up wide. Oh, yeah. In Prick Fetty, which was Jets D are making the Blues look better than they are. And then Zach's like, hey, Canada. And Big Mac's like, hard-boiled eggs with honey and mustard. Yeah, I can see the mustard being good. Calvin 99 Charlie. Oh, they're all gathering for a chat again. The refs are getting together. Have a little cuddle. Sometimes you just got to have a cuddle, you know? When it's you against 10, 12 other guys, sometimes you just got to pat each other on the back and have a little snuggle on the ice. Right now, Dobby's getting a snuggle with Crystal. Lucky little bugger. Georgia's dipped in ketchup is a poor man's grilled cheese and tomato soup. You're not wrong. What are they looking at? Oh, this might be a penalty. Huh. So it looks like the Jets might have just put it over the glass, and that would be a delay of game penalty. So that's why they were cuddling at center ice. Meeting at center ice. Now I want to make a grilled cheese sandwich with ketchup and Doritos in it. Hachiko, K. Kato, I love your Bin Dwen profile picture. Bing Dwen. Oh yeah, is that what this is? A little panda, cute little panda. Jessica, oh my God, that sounds good, Big Mac. Jessica's like, I know what I'm going to do with my boiled eggs next time. Eggs, evil. Yeah. Jessica, no, don't mix the honey with the peanut butter. Laugh out loud. I meant eggs with honey or eggs with peanut butter and jam. So it's PBJ almost. Okay. I have so many sandwiches to try now. Fireborn Knights has arrived. Welcome, Fireborn Knights. Congratulations on making it past the Minnesota Wild. The power play has not been going well for the Blues so far. It's already a minute over, and they haven't gotten a shot yet. But now they get a shot, and Hellbuck makes that save because none of his teammates are punching him in the face this time. Pachigo, I sometimes eat my eggs with pancake syrup. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That could work. I guess honey would be the same kind of thing then. Yeah. Now my wife is on board with honey and eggs, but not peanut butter. Yeah. I don't know. I think I have to try it now. That's cute. The refs are hugging. Fireborn Knights, did you see this stat? So there was a Twitter page that put out a stat last night. And the Minnesota Wild have made the playoffs 8 of the last 10 years. They're the first team in the history of North American professional sports, meaning the NFL, the MLB, the NBA, and the NHL, all 4 major sports leagues. They're the first team to make the playoff 8 out of 10 years and not make it past the first round. The Minnesota Mild, am I right? Blues trying to get control, but they come back up with it at the blue line. Winnipeg couldn't get it out of their zone. Back to the blue line. Shot for a pass. There was shot pass. And the puck went wide, and the Jets pick it up, and they'll flip it all the way down the ice. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Now the Blues have 1 shot on the power play so far as they skate through center, but that'll probably do it. Yeah, stripped of the puck. Now the Jets will have to come back to center to get it. And they'll just dump it into the Jets zone and probably start changing. Power play's over. But you go. And sometimes the pancake syrup and ketchup simultaneously. Yeah, I mean, that would probably be fine too. It's the thing is, you think about like you're eating breakfast and all these different sauces are on your plate, and that's just going to happen. So peanut butter and maple syrup on waffles. That sounds good. My wife agrees with that one, Zoe. Jessica, Zoe, peanut butter and waffles have me on a chokehold. Does that mean they're just like, you can't get enough of it? Or is like, you can't breathe when you eat them? Are you allergic? Yeah. Well, if Jessica's eating them on her eggs, I don't think she's going to be having allergic reactions because she's eating them on her waffles. Brutality Blood. Hey, Brutality Blood. Congratulations to your Florida Panthers for making it past their state rivals, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Are you confident that your Colorado Avalanche can make it past Bolduc with a one-timer in front? Puck goes behind the net, bounces out front, and then Hellbuck manages to cover it up with 10:16 left to go in the first period. Still only 4 shots in this game, I think. But I think that last one didn't even count as a shot because it went wide. Falk with a shot from the point. Goes through everyone. Yeah, that was the tip pass, but that one ends up going wide and off the boards. Torpchenko getting cross-checked down by Morrissey. Putting a little extra juice on his fall. Oh, yeah, it just hits the crowd in front. It didn't even go behind the net. Just hit the crowd in front, jumped down, so it doesn't even count as a shot. There's only 3 shots so far in this game. It's crazy. Zach McNally Leafs. Zoe, fried peanut butter, banana, and honey. Yep. Yeah. My wife makes a killer peanut butter banana fried sandwich. It's very tasty. We don't have any bananas right now because we ate them this morning. Big Mac says, Brutality Blood. Man, that's rough. I know Firebar Nights, but it's kind of funny too. Because in general, I hate the Minnesota Wild. And so when I hear stats like that, it makes me happy that they have pain in their lives. Is there something wrong with me? I think I'm a bitter Canucks fan. And all of them against the Golden Knights too, isn't it? No, it's not. No, that was a different stat. But it is, the other stat was with Edmonton beating LA. It's only the second time in North American sports history that a team has lost to the same team 4 times in a row in the playoffs. Shot goes wide of the net. Jets recover the puck in their own zone. The last time it was the Bruins losing 4 playoffs in a row to the Montreal Canadiens. Oh, that should be a penalty. Yeah, I was going to say, Neighbors just tackled one of the Jets players at center ice, and he's arguing it. He tried to skate past you, and you jumped on him. And he grabs him, too. I mean, Morgan Barron did go down pretty easy, too, but that seems to be a trend in today's NHL. But hey, Big Mac. So, eat more turkey. Turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Yeah, don't tell me how to live my life. I do like turkey, though. Maybe we should go buy a turkey and cook it. We got more bags. My wife is threatening my life. I need help. Send help. That sounds good, Zoe. Yeah, fried peanut butter, banana, and honey. I actually do like the idea. Next time we have fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches, I'm going to heat up a little bit of honey so it's a little bit thinner and easier, and then I'm going to dip my banana peanut butter sandwich in it. Calvin and Charlie, feed me chicken or turkey. It knocks me out. Laugh out loud. Soccerific? What's that mean? Soporific? What's soporific? How do I spell that? Soporific. Tending to induce drowsiness or sleep. Look at that. Here's your word of the day, courtesy of my wife, Crystal. Soporific. Tending to induce drowsiness or sleep. Watching the Minnesota Wild play playoff hockey makes me soporific. Get it? Because they're boring and they put you to sleep. Although I did didn't I put you to sleep the other night? Or was it me or the turkey that you were eating? Because I feel like you told me the other day that you fell asleep and the stream was over. Quantum waffles. Yeah, I could go for some quantum waffles. Tried tryptophan, yeah. Okay, trust me on this. Hot Cheetos and ranch it will change your life. Hot Cheetos? Hot Cheetos. I do like hot Cheetos. Winnipeg, I'll go to their first power play with a shot. That one looks like it went wide. Gets the puck down behind the net. Blues pick it up there, though, and they'll bounce it off the boards and all the way down the ice. Minute 40 left to go in the power play for the Winnipeg Jets. Still only one shot, 9 minutes into this game. We have 3 shots, and it's already 11 minutes into this game. Big Mac. What kind of jam? Huckleberry? Huckleberry jam? I don't think I've ever had huckleberry jam. I think puffed white cheddar Cheetos and ketchup sounds good. This is what happens when I eat Doritos or eat anything on stream. Suddenly everyone's just talking about food. You want a Dorito, boo? Oh, that one's terrible. I need to get you a good one. That one had seen some things. Oh, this is a good one. Look at that one. That's the one I'm giving to my wife. Neighbor is always a little whiny bitch. Oh, neighbors, yeah. Swear jar. I like that you got the swear jar out for yourself there in Prickfetti We Trust. Munchies time, says Zoe. 30 seconds left to go on the power play for the Jets. Now they have another shot, so they have 1 shot on this power play so far. To center. Oh, yeah. And did I mention this? I don't think I mentioned this through the entire show so far. Mark Scheifele is not playing for the Winnipeg Jets tonight as a result of being injured in the last game. I put it in the description, but obviously missing Scheifele is a huge blow to that offense because he is the second highest scoring player in the playoffs so far for them. I think he has 6 points so far. The Blues managed to get the puck out. The crowd all calling a penalty, and it's not a penalty for sure. Because that one was like, the guy had the puck, he got hit and fell down. And everyone's like, hey, you should have made a call on that one. Hey, ref, hey. Calvin 99 Charlie. Yeah, I was watching the stream and fell asleep. Okay, let's keep a track now of everything that puts Calvin to sleep. Turkey and chicken puts Calvin to sleep. Marijuana, hot naps puts Calvin to sleep. I put Calvin to sleep. There's 3 things. Calvin 99 Charlie. Woke up and it was over. And then Zoe says, Sophoric is a soap. Also made with fat and lye. Fat being associated with usury. Huh. Midnight Solar in the house. Welcome, Midnight Solar. Nice to see you. 7:20 left to go in the first period. I hope all lose because I don't care. Neither teams. Midnight Solar's like, I hope you all go down. Midnight Solar's not interested in seeing the Jets or the Blues win today. If they could somehow both lose, that would be perfect. And Zach says, apples! I ate an apple earlier. It was tasty. Got 7:08 left to go in the first period. Plays back underway in the Jets zone. They'll try and get up the half boards, but the Blues will keep it in there, getting it down into the corner. Sundqvist comes up with it, puts it back to the point, shot to the front. Hellbuck makes another save. Back to the point. Letty, slap pass, gets blocked after the tip. Sandberg cross-checks his man into the boards. No call there. Right in the numbers, too. Got back up, though. DeMello behind his own net. He'll take a minute to think about his life and wait for all the team to get changed. The Jets set up their flying V, move out to center. Trying to get it down low, but it gets intercepted. Parenko in his own zone. Fowler, the high-scoring player in the series so far, across! Almost getting another assist with a beautiful pass across the crease. Hellbuck makes a save. Parenko back on the blue line, rips the puck down behind the net. Buchnevich back to the point. Sugarud down to the corner. Parenko tries to get to the front of the net. Parenko now down in the corner, puts it back up to the point. Parenko in the face-off circle now. Blues are just moving, but they're being kept to the outside. And then the Jets manage just to squeak it just outside of the zone. So Parenko just shoots it in, and then he will go off for a change as both teams then change. 5:24 left to go in the first period. 4 shots now for St. Louis, 2 for Winnipeg. 1-0 St. Louis leads. All things are equal. Statue of Liberty. Canucks. German Canucks. Chilling. What's up, German Canucks? Welcome back, man. What time is it there for you? Is it like late night? The heck are you doing up this early? Or late? German Canucks, says Zach. Chili Willy, says Zoe. Crowd is now. They're taunting. Hellbuck almost lost the puck behind the net, which he's done already in this series, in this building. The Jets do not quite look the same without Scheifele in the lineup. Blues get it into the zone. Shen gets it up to the blue line. The Blues intercepted at center. Barron got knocked down. Looks like they're going to call that a penalty. Going to be interference or tripping or something like that. But looks like the Blues are going to get another power play. They've pulled their goalies, so Binnington's gone to the bench. And they shoot the puck in. That'll go in behind the net, and the Jets will pick it up. And Buchnevich comes in and throws a hit. at the whistle. Looks like they might have just taken themselves off the power play. Ballard driving the net. Huh. Buchnevich hitting Pionk on the whistle. I wonder if they're going to call anything. Like, what's even going to be the call? It might end up being 4-on-4 after that. It's 2 a.m. for me, bro. It's 2 a.m., man. You just out having a good old time? What do you do for fun at 2 a.m. in Germany? Are you getting ready for work? What's happening, German Canucks? So, go Penguins, Chili Willy! Chili Willy? This is Chili Willy. What's up, Chili Willy? Chili Willy and Chili Willy's wife. Wow, look at that. Back to the bar. I hope they tie, says Zoe. Zoe's also not interested in seeing a win. Zoe wants to see a tie. I like Chili Willy mascot. Me pick value trust. Wait, hit the guy with the puck. How's that interference? I don't know what they're gonna call it. That's what I was trying to figure out. Was he like hit the guy who did have the puck? So I don't know like what the deal is. Such a weird sequence. So are the Jets going to the power play? No. Maybe Suter, I guess so. Suter never actually touched the puck. And then he got hit down. So they're calling that interference. So weird. It was one of those ones where he was about to get the puck. So then he got hit, but the puck never actually got there. So they're calling it interference. So the Blues will get another power play. They only got one shot on their last one. And there's only 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in this period. They'll have to start all the way from their own zone. Midnight Seller, by the way, I was happy Habs got eliminated. Midnight Seller's like, good. If I can't win the cup, neither can you, Hab. Let's have it home. Fowler on the point, has the puck bounce on him. He has to skate back into his own zone. Random Tanev all over him. St. Louis moves the puck back into the Jet zone. Bolduc into the corner, wraps it around for Buchnevich. He stops on the half board, getting some booze after that hit on the whistle before the last commercial break. Fowler at the blue line. Robert Thomas across for Buchnevich, who puts it in front. The Blues are digging away. Hellbuck dives back into his own crease. And it looks like they managed to keep it out of the net. Sandberg's in his own net. Bolduc is laying on the ice. The St. Louis Blues are going crazy. They had a good chance there. They're still just grabbing onto each other in front of the net. Sandberg will get out of the net now. So puck to the front. Oh, and a stick save from Hellbuck. And he does manage to hang on to it. Looks like he grabbed it with his blocker. Oh! No, it squeaked through. Oh my gosh. Holy. Pionk just pulled it off the line. That was going to go in maybe. No, maybe it didn't have the juice for it, but Pionk made sure. And then it never actually got covered. Sandberg was sitting there. He could have put his hand on it. He didn't though. But yeah, it never went in. Pionk stopped it, and then Sandberg sat on the line to keep it out. So yeah, they're just going to say, oh yeah, no, never went in. Okay, back to the face-off dot. So, inquiring minds want to know. In Prick Value Trust, Jets took a penalty. Nino. Yeah. Questionable. Goal. Hockey stick and puck. Wow, says Zach. Yeah, what a sequence in front of the net there. Blues in the Jets corner. 2 minutes left to go in the first period now. Puck comes around the boards to the half boards. Back to the blue line. Falk has to go through him, so it gets outside the blue line. And St. Louis will try and get it back out. But now only 10 seconds left to go in the power play. They did get a couple shots, though. But it should be interesting to see if they can get another chance before the end of this period, which they cannot, as the shot goes over the glass and out of play. 1 second left to go in the power play. Man, Hellebuck with some good stick saves so far. Hellebuck is 3-1 when he has a chance to close out a team. Penalty kill is over. Blues intercept it. Shot to the front net. Hellebuck makes the save. It comes to the half boards. Back around behind the net. Jets put it to the middle. Clear across their zone up to the Blues blue line. Now they're trying to take control in the Blues zone. Looks like Kyle Connor's there. Can't come out with it. Puck comes back to the point. Spin move by Morrissey at the blue line. He'll skate down the half boards. He'll put it back to Connor. Connor puts it across. Stanley with a shot towards the net. That one bounces wide. Biddington had no idea where it was. The Jets managed to push the puck to the corner, and they'll battle there for a minute. 43 seconds left to go in the first period. Back to the blue line. Stanley with a shot. Connor couldn't come up with it. Puck goes off the glass and out to center. The Blues shoot it down into the Jets zone, and they'll do a full sail change. 25 seconds left to go in the first period. $13 seconds left to go in the first period. Quasar. Sandberg laying out a big hit. One of the Blues slow to get up. Got hammered down the ice. In Pick Fetty, which is apparently I'm watching the Blues broadcast because they have to highlight their players, and St. Louis fans must be really dumb. Can't even remember 20 numbers. I mean, if you're doing it as a profession, you should definitely know every single player on every single team that you're calling the game. I'm terrible. I'm the first one to admit that. I need help. I need help to remember everyone's names on these two teams. I haven't called them enough so far this year. Oh, yeah. We're into the first intermission now, so update that. Too many involuntary concussions. Okay. So, as mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing some show and tell today. Based on the teams that we're watching today. So we got some cards I'm going to show you for the current Winnipeg Jets team, which is none. I don't have any for the current team because my cards are so old that I don't have any for them. But I do have a whole bunch of St. Louis guys. And I've got some Winnipeg Jets from the old team. And then I also have some Phoenix Coyotes that used to be Winnipeg Jets. So I was going to show you guys those too, because the old Winnipeg Jets turned into the Phoenix Coyotes. Like I said, it's complicated. Okay. Let's see. I got a few here. All right. Yep. Okay. We'll start off with the one that you guys have already seen. Because why not? All right. So number one, you guys already saw this one earlier. So this is Brendan Shanahan. Everyone's like, what do you mean? He played for Detroit. No, he played for St. Louis to start. He's 6'3". He's 215 pounds. He shoots right. Played for Team Canada. Scored a goal versus Team Finland. Pretty cool. They've got his Canada Cup stats on here for some reason. He was playing for the Devils when he played in the Canada Cup, apparently. So yeah, this is Brendan Shanahan. 1992, playing for the St. Louis Blues. I don't know if you guys ever knew that Brendan Shanahan played for the St. Louis Blues. Speaking of Brendan Shanahan, here he is again. A marquee man card. Brendan Shanahan with his fancy shiny name on the bottom there, which is pretty sweet, right? I like the border on this one too. Looks like something you could put in a frame, right? More of a stylistic card. Very cool. And then they got pucks on this chart to show you like where he's at. Let's see. He's played 45 games. He scored 20 goals, 21 assists, 41 points. He was above average on all of those for the league. So yeah, Brendan Shanahan playing for the St. Louis Blues. I got a couple of those. He played for a lot more teams than you realize. Both away and home and away jerseys, which is kind of cool too. One of each Brendan Shanahan. Oh wait, so this one will be more familiar to Vancouver Canucks fans. Or maybe I should say old Vancouver Canucks fans. Garth Butcher. Look at that, guys. Garth Butcher. St. Louis. Used to play for the Vancouver Canucks. It's actually funny. On the back of the card, they have him battling a Vancouver Canuck, which you can't see as well, but you can see right here. This is a Vancouver Canucks jersey that he's actually playing against. So yeah, Garth Butcher. He was a nasty individual. He had 2,100 penalty minutes in his 12 NHL seasons. So that one was from 92, 93. So this one's actually beat to hell too. But this is another Garth Butcher card. But this is when he was actually captain of the St. Louis Blues. So he ended up being captain of the St. Louis Blues as well. And this one actually has his stats from when he was in Vancouver, playing in Vancouver from 88 to 91. As you can see on the back there. Vancouver. Very small writing though. Yeah, a couple Garth Butchers. Obviously, the connection to Vancouver is why I'm showing you this. Most of you probably don't even know who Garth Butcher is, but there's him playing for the St. Louis Blues. Okay, here's another one. Who you guys probably remember him more as a San Jose Shark, but he did play for the St. Louis Blues. This is Michael Handzus playing for the St. Louis Blues. Michael Handzus, 6'3", 191 pounds, so a bit of a beanpole. From Czechoslovakia. So this is all the way back to when Czechoslovakia was one country instead of being Czechia and Slovakia. Michael Handzus playing for the St. Louis Blues. I like the look of this card too, just like the... It's in good shape too. Okay. 1990 All-Star first team. So this guy made the 1990 first All-Star team, playing for the St. Louis Blues. This is Brett Hall. So this is also one of the guys who Played for the St. Louis Blues. Playing a couple seasons with Wayne Gretzky while he was playing in St. Louis. So there is Brett Hull playing for the St. Louis Blues. One of the greatest goal scorers of all time. Brett earned his selection after his 72 goals in 89-90. He scored 72 goals in 89-90. Brett Hull playing for the St. Louis Blues. And I saved this one. This is my last St. Louis Blues card. Because he's probably my favorite one on this list. And if Zach McNally, you probably know this guy too. This is Curtis Joseph. Curtis Joseph, one of the great Canadian goaltenders, played for Canada at the Olympics a couple times. And was really, really good for the Toronto Maple Leafs for a lot of years. But this is Curtis Joseph playing for the St. Louis Blues. Pretty sweet, right? I have some other ones too, but nobody's heard of Glenn Featherstone, Steve Duchesne, or Tardif. Who's Tardif? Patrice Tardif? Nah, nobody cares about you. Okay. So like I said, I don't have any cards for the current Winnipeg Jets because I haven't collected hockey cards in a long time. These are all very old, as you can tell. Calvin 99 Charlie. I read that as crazier. OV fans, sure I want for the Capitals game schedule. Sure I want for the Capitals. Oh, I wait. You wait for the Capitals game schedule? Yeah, I don't think they've put any of that out yet, have they? Or have they started that yet? No, they haven't scheduled anything yet, unfortunately. I concur, Calvin, says Zoe. Clever Zoe. Inspiring mind, says Zoe. KJ Brazy's in the house. Salutations, all. What's up, KJ Brazy in the house? Nice to see ya. Howdy, says in Prick Fetty We Trust. I think my dog just farted. The Blue Note card. Big Hog Huggy. Hi, guys, I'm back. Welcome back, Emmanuel. What's up, my dude? Calvin, I like Shannon. Shanahan when he was playing for the Detroit. Yep. Mostly known for the his work for the Detroit Red Wings, I'd say. In Prick Freddy You Trust. I didn't know he was captain. Crazy. Yep. Ended up being captain for you guys. Garth Butcher. The only captain I have. I have him as the assistant and as the captain. Jake the Pancake. I just remember the clip of Gino Ojic beating up the entire St. Louis bench. Yes! Just run around. He doesn't even have his jersey on. He's like down to his like undershirt. Hilarious. Jake the Pancake, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Crazy train. Going off the rails on the crazy train. Did they not miss the mark when they decided to name roller coasters roller coasters? They should have called them crazy trains. Go, Gino, go! This is in Prick Fetty We Trust. Calvin 99 Charlie. Croissant. In Prick Fetty We Trust. Traitor! Zach's like, Toronto Maple Leafs. And then Zoe's like, Jake the Pancake licked. What? And then Prick Fetty We Trust says, Cujo! And then Zoe says, Jolene. And then Calvin 99 Charlie says, again, I also like Curtis Joseph when he played for Detroit. Yep. And then Mike Duggan is back. 52% gonna wait. How's it going, Mike Duggan? What are the 48% gonna do then? If the 52% gonna wait? Enid, says Zoe. KJ Brazy Squared. Salutations, all. What's up, KJ Brazy Squared? Welcome to the stream. Deadly Flames. Hey, at Nothing is Perfect. What's up, Deadly Flames? How you doing? What's up? How you doing? Are you watching any playoff hockey? Or are you avoiding it for now? Don't be late, says Zoe. Dog fart spray. Yeah, that's how you could describe Dobby's butt. It's a dog fart spray. Okay, we're caught up in chat. All right. So like I said, my hockey cards are very old, so I don't have the Winnipeg Jets of today, but I have the Winnipeg Jets of yesterday, including, for all you people, look at this, Rick Tocchet playing for the Phoenix Coyotes, formerly the Winnipeg Jets. It's got Rick Tocchet playing for the Phoenix Coyotes after playing for the Flyers, the Penguins, the Kings, the LA Kings, the Boston Bruins, the Washington Capitals, and now the Coyotes. Just making his way around the whole NHL. And then this guy I wanted to show you because he's was a really, really good goal scorer. Mike Gartner, playing for the Phoenix Coyotes as well. He also won the NHL fastest skating competition a couple times. And then you guys probably remember this guy as well, another Phoenix Coyote, former Winnipeg Jet, Jeremy Roenick. Ended up working for a bunch of different places on TV as well. Jeremy Roenick, another Phoenix Coyote. Okay, so those are the couple of the Coyotes. Obviously, not the ones you wanted to see. So let's hop into the Winnipeg Jets, the OG Winnipeg Jets. Tell me if you guys recognize this guy. Do you guys recognize this guy playing for the Winnipeg Jets? He's a Tkachuk. Keith Tkachuk, bro. This is Brady and Brady Tkachuk's dad, Keith Tkachuk, playing for the Winnipeg Jets all the way back in the day. The OG Winnipeg Jets. Keith Tkachuk. You guys, I don't know if you guys know this guy, but he played for the Jets for a long time too. I've got two of his cards. I'll show them to you at the same time here. So you got Tempo Numminen, really good defenseman. Played for the Winnipeg Jets back in the day. Again, I've got one that's beat to hell, one that's in decent shape, and one that's well, this is an away jersey, and this is a home jersey, because back in the day the home jerseys were white and the away jerseys were blue or dark. Right? Tempo Numminen. Now this is another Jet / Vancouver Canuck. Bob Essenza. Do you guys remember Bob Essenza? Bob Essenza played for the Canucks during the 90s. He ended up going into net one year in the playoffs, which was an absolute disaster. I think that was the early 2000s. But he was essentially a backup goalie, but ended up coming in and having to play. There's Bob Essenza. And I saved these two for last because these are my favorite ones out of the bunch for the Winnipeg Jets, the OG Winnipeg Jets. Again, it's another one where I have an away jersey and a home jersey. But it's actually cool. These cards did it so that you have an away jersey and a home jersey on both sides. So this is Teemu Selanne, which you guys will all know. Legend, Teemu Selanne. And as I see, he's got the home jersey on there, and then on the back of the card, they actually have the away jersey too, which is cool. So they have both the blue and the white jerseys on this card. Teemu Selanne. So there's the home jersey one. And then this is the other one from Teemu Selanne that I have, which is a cool one. He's actually mid-shot. It's kind of cool. And again, this is the one, it's got the blue jersey on the front, and on the backside, it's got the white jersey. Stat line in this card is 51 games played, 54 points. And at this point, his NHL totals were 135 games played and 186 points with 101 goals, which is crazy. It's a crazy amount. From 93, 94. So these are actually from the same year. And they got the same stats on them too. This one's a little bit more worn out. You can see the wearing on the edges here. This one's in pretty good shape. Yeah, so Teemu Selanne, before he ended up playing for the Ducks, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, with Paul Kariya. And then this one too is weird because this one's actually a bigger card than normal. I think this one came in like a book or something. I think you had to like cut this one up. Yeah. So Teemu Selanne, both of them there. Cool. So there it is, kids. A little bit of show and tell. Some of my well, I'll show you guys this one too, just at the end here. Eddie Olczyk ended up being a broadcaster in the NHL for a lot of years too. If anyone remembers him, Eddie Olczyk. He's one of the big announcers. I mean, this one's just hilarious too. Like, look at this Winnipeg coach. We've got a Winnipeg coach, Bob Murdoch. He's just getting angry or something. All right. So, we're about to get into the second period of play here in St. Louis. The St. Louis Blues are currently leading 1-0. Coach is getting into it. KJ Brazzy, I like when Russ waves like Forrest Gump. Kevin NHL, I like the number 2. 22 is a good number. Yep. Zach, Toronto Maple Leafs. KJ Brazzy, Jody Tutu was a beauty. Yeah, Jordan Tutu, absolutely. How many goals did he score that year with the? How many goals did he score with Joe Thornton? Wasn't it like 60 that one year? Castle Siege 53. Welcome, Castle Siege 53. Nice to see you. I chirped at Brutality last night. You chirped at him last night, and then you guys ended up losing. So is that your fault? Should you be blaming yourself for your team's loss? In Prick Trust, Steen. I don't have Alex Steen, unfortunately. Really disappointed that. Oh no. So it was Kachuk, not Steen. Really disappointed that the Leafs didn't choke. Yeah, me too, AJ. Welcome to the stream, AJ. Calvin Island Charlie. Sean Avery? No, it wasn't Sean Avery. Calvin Island Charlie. Oh, never mind. Thought it was Sean. The Jets come in and score right at the beginning of the period. Only 29 seconds in. They get it in and they put it in top corner over the blocker of Binnington. What a goal by Morgan Barron. Pass right up the middle. And he just splits the D, comes in and chips it over the blocker side of Binnington. Morgan Barron putting the game back to 1-1 tie game. Woo! Drawing a penalty earlier. And good shot too. Way to get that puck up and way to battle through. Got Falk draped all over him and still manages to score that goal. 1-1. Tempo was sweet. White jerseys should be home jerseys again. Fair enough. I have that guy on my NHL 24 team for online part. Is that like a player they brought back? I wonder what are they doing? They're going to review it? Maybe thinking about, they're doing a coach's challenge. Challenge for offside, maybe? Oh, yeah, that's offside. This is going to be no goal, everyone. I'm so sure it's going to be no goal. I'm going to take it right off the board now. Huh. Yeah, that's offside. Whoopsies. I remember him, says Imperfect Value Trust. Miloš Timu, my favorite player growing up. I loved his celebration too when he threw the glove up in the air and then used his stick like a gun to shoot at it. Imperfect Value Trust, Selanne was a legend, but I liked Bure more as Selanne was breaking the record because he started earlier. Yep. Yeah, no goal. I got a trivia question. What's your trivia question? 1-1. Yeah, no goal. Taken off the board. Barron with a nice play, but ends up being offside. Poor guy. Good coach's challenge. Go, goal. Boom, go, goal. I mean, it's back in Dallas for the decision. Yep. So you're not too nervous, right? Because you got home ice advantage. In Prickfetti we trust. Go, 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 go. Unfortunately not. AJ Duelist. Can anyone name the hockey player has also had a bit of a career as a pro wrestler? No, I can't. Who? Boom, says Zach. I wasn't paying attention to the game. Jets are winning. Just give them the cup already. And Big Hog's like, goal. And then Big Hog Hockey's like, bang. Go, 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 go. And the real Big Hog Hockey is here. Welcome back, Big Hog Hockey. I'm cheering for the Jets, guys. Same Big Hog, says Big Hog. Milosh saying offside. Yep, offside. And it's a penalty. Crazy. No, it's not a penalty. Why is it a penalty? Huh. What is the penalty for? Huh. Yeah, so they're giving now. Oh, that's so funny. So Morgan Barron scores. But since it's a lot. Oh my goodness. 2 good saves from Binnington on the power play. Jets are looking very dangerous on this power play. So they got a power play because remember when I said that Morgan Barron scored the goal despite the fact that he was being hooked by Falk? Because it's no goal. It didn't cancel out the penalty. So they were going to call a penalty on him if he didn't score. So now the Jets are on the power play. If that makes sense, guys. Isn't that crazy? Jets shot. Puck goes just wide. Jordan Binnington has his stick back now. Under a minute left to go on the power play. Jets are moving it well. Morrissey back to Connor. He shoots it. Parenko makes a block. Gets into the corner. Jets work hard to come back up with it. Connor puts it back to Morrissey on the blue line. Morrissey puts it back over Connor, who tries to get it down low. Parenko with a good interception on that pass, and he chips it off the glass all the way down the ice. 34 seconds left to go in the power play for the Jets. So isn't that crazy? What a sequence. He scores, so it cancels out the penalty call, but since it's no goal, then the penalty stands, and then Jets get the power play. I've never seen that before. Imperk Freddy Trust. It's okay. See if anyone can get my trivia question. Boo! Woot woot, says Milosh. Puck comes down and on Hellebuck. He's going to be forced to cover it up because one of the Blues got all the way down and stood on top of him. Milosh, woot woot. KJ Brizzy was Chili Willy in sudden death with Van Damme. Yep. Binnington with a leg save. Puck drops just down. And then who clears it out? Is it Parenko? Oh, man, it gets chipped just wide by the Blues or by the Jets. What a save. That was going in for sure if Binnington didn't lunge across like that. The Jets win the faceoff in their own zone, but that is the end of their power play. So they didn't end up with, they ended up with only 1 shot on that power play, I think. They only have 3 shots in the game so far. Big buff, AJ. Oh, yes. Calvin 99 Charlie, I think you got it. Laugh out loud. No good. No goal. In Prick Freddy Trust, Didomi passed the puck to Solani for that record rookie goal. Huh. That's cool. I didn't know Didomi played for the Jets either. Knowledge is power. Big Hog Hockey, like that offside changed anything about the goal, that goal. Hint, player played for the Wings in the 2000s. Oh, Darren McCartney. It's Darren McCartney, isn't it? Actually, no, not him. I remember seeing a video that got AJM. I forgot who it was. AJ Dulos, 90s and 2000s. Lindros, question mark? Says Big Hog Hockey. AJ Dulos, second hit enforcer. Which makes sense because he became a wrestler, laugh out loud. Darren McCartney, says Castle Siege. Same guess as me. Calvin Eichel. Ooh, I shouldn't have known, but because it's not coming out, I failed Detroit. Yep, Darren McCarty. Love it. AJ, he wrestled a bit actually on the Independents. Very cool. I think he's the only NHLer to become a pro wrestler. Yeah, he's a funny guy. Him and Claude Lemieux have actually made up after their incident. St. Louis intercepts it behind the net. Pass out front. Shot goes wide. I think that one might have got tipped wide. Man, the Jets fell asleep for a second there, and the Blues almost made them pay for it. But yeah, they won't get a credit for a shot there because they just shot it wide alone in the high slot. Shot wide. The Blues already have 2 shots in this period, which is more than the Jets. Oh no. Luke Shen gets the puck out, takes a hit to make the play. Parayko behind his own net. Tips it back for Fowler, who walks out of the corner. Does well to just walk with the puck. 3-on-2. Parayko joins the rush. Puts it down low behind the net. Parayko is so active. He is in the corner a lot. I always thought of him as more of a defensive guy, but apparently I am out to lunch. I'll give you guys a countdown here now that the game is underway. 14, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28. Penalty called. Sandberg feeling it. Oh. Suter grabbed the puck and then threw it. No call on that, maybe. Yeah, Neighbors all alone in the high slot. Oh, wow. Sundqvist just speared. Yeah, that could be a major. He just came in and speared the guy. It's a major penalty. Yeah, he just speared him. Diehard Red Wings fan. Oh, hey, it's been a while. Welcome back, Diehard. Nice to see you, friend. We're just here watching the Blues versus the Jets. Sundqvist just speared someone. He speared Walker. Oh, no. Oh, is Walker going to the box? Die Hard, are you cheering for anyone in the playoffs? He's done some hardcore stuff with real glass and whatnot. Darren's mad lad. Yep. So Sandberg getting speared by Walker. So is it okay, they're calling it a 2-minute. So they're not calling it a major. AJ Dulles and doing it at like 52. Yo, Die Hard. We were just talking about Darren McCartney and how he became a pro wrestler. And Die Hard's like, really nice, AJ Dulles. AJ Dulles, yeah, he's a pro wrestler now. Sandberg! Yeah, so another power play for the Jets. Only a 2-minute, though. They're calling it slashing. So the Jets with another opportunity. Their third penalty, power play of the game. Red Wings, says Zach. In Perfetti we trust. The Jets score! The power play finally comes back to bite the Blues in the butt. Oh my goodness. In Perfetti we trust. In Perfetti we trust. Perfetti scores on the power play. Can you believe it? Your boy did it. Your namesake. Perfetti scores. Picking up the rebound in front of the net. Bennington's down low. Kyle Connor throws it down low. Perfetti puts it to the front of the net. Goes off of the St. Louis player. Goes off the St. Louis player again. And then bats it out of the air. Tries to chip it to the net. Goes off of Bennington. Puck ends up in the air and he bats it out of the air about a foot off the ice and into the net over Binnington's pad. Good work by Perfetti right there at the front of the net. Garbage goal, and he'll take it. He will take it. 1-1. Tie game. In Perfetti we trust. Go, 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 go. And Big Mac's like, go, go, boom, go. And then Zach's like, go, 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 go. And the Big Hog's like, I spear you in the balls, Milosh. See how you like it. Well, it wasn't in the balls, but Blues coming right back and putting some pressure on the Jets, but they managed to clear the front of the net. Big Hog's like, bang. And then in Perfetti we trust says he was due. And then Emmanuel's like, go. And then the Jets have iced the puck like a bunch of fools. They score a goal and they celebrate with icing. Perfetti, man. Big Hog's like, go, 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 go. It was a little poke in Perfetti, but he's not my favorite player. You just have a good name. Milosh, you're a baby too. I just like the nickname. Yep, fair enough. Nice, eh? Says Zach. Perfetti. And then Milosh says, poke your own balls, chump. Perfetti. Perfectetti. Trevor Linden, will you get me a root beer, please? I hate Lloyd. No, Trevor Linden doesn't get drinks either, man. Hey, Trevor. Emmanuel wants a root beer. Is there any chance you can get that for him? Hey, Trevor? Trevor? No? You're just going to be sitting back there looking good? All right. A goal in the intermission. Laugh out loud. Oh, dang, I did it again. Good eve, says Big Hawk. Learn the rules, learn the rules, learn the rules. In Perfetti we trust. I forgot to read the Jets rules. Sorry, my bad. A little aggressive there, Milosh. Yeah, I don't care for the playoffs this year, to be honest. Fair enough. I mean, the eyes are playing. The eyes are playing. Would you guys, I hear a rumor though, Die Hard, that you guys are going to trade us Dylan Larkin. Would you give us Dylan Larkin? Oh, that's kind of a spear. I thought it was a Goldsberg spear. Yeah, not a Goldberg spear. Russ is gold digger. What? Agreed. What? Even Trevor won't get us drinks. I know, bro. I wouldn't expect him to. Gavin NHL, is that what he's doing, AJ? That's awesome. WTF was that? No, nothing is perfect. Yeah, he's doing extreme matches and shit. He's a beast. Little baby dive, says Milosh. Yeah, there it is. That's where it all started. Milosh called it a dive, and then him and Big Hog started talking about each other's balls. For some reason. Oh, okay. Second period, right? Thanks, Calvin, for letting me know. Big Hoggy draft lottery is on Monday the 5th. Yep. Coming up on Monday. Did you guys hear what they're doing too? It's going to be the first time that they actually do the balls live. Talking about balls. Might as well talk about it. Is this a video about it? Huh. Okay, there's a video on NHL.com. I'm going to play it while when we're in the next commercial break. About the NHL draft lottery. We can watch it together. I want to see Goldberg spear in hockey. Yeah, can you imagine? Someone just throws himself at the other guy. All right, so tie game now. Swear jar, says Zach. Canucks have a 1.1 chance at 5th overall. Wouldn't that be nice? The Canucks won the draft lottery and moved up to 5th. Then their pick would be worth even more. Perfetti, what are you going to do May 4th? I see you have a clone mask. Yeah, you got some celebration to do? Hey, Zachary, can you do a gifted membership? I want a membership. Emmanuel's asking for memberships again. Brutality blood. Brutality blood. Learn the rules. Castle Siege. Oh, shot to the front. And Hellbuck makes the save with his breadbasket and it goes, covers it up. Abby is winning the cup. heard it here first. Prick Fetty making the prediction about the Abbey Canucks gonna win the Calder Cup. Calvin 99 Charlie, not a clone. My bad. I'm doing horrible with names. Yes. Yay, says Big Hog Hoggy, which is Emmanuel. Oh, puck bouncing around behind the net. 12:19 left to go in the second period. The Blues collect the puck back at center. Lighty puts it up to the Jets blue line. They chip it in behind the Jets net. Oh, shot from the blue line. It's a muffin. Ends up in the corner. Suter keeps it in at the blue line. Can't keep it in this time, though. He's out at center. Now he gives the puck away. I follow. Puts it back down low. Shot to the front of the net. Binnington makes the save. Jets trying to come up with the puck in the Blues zone. All 5 Blues are back. Jets are making a change. Jets kick it back to the blue line. Oh. Glove stop by Binnington in front of the net. He'll cover it up. The boys gather for a chat as usual. Suter and Niederreiter having a little chat as they skate back to the bench. Russ, do a toast. I don't have a drink. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. I'd like to propose a toast. My wife says to good, and I say, doing well. Oh, yeah. 10:20 left to go in the second period. Jets coming on a 2-on-1 shot. Binnington makes the save. Rebound comes out front. He stops that one, too. St. Louis gets back. They clear it out. Kyrou passes out to center. That one gets stopped. Neighbors with a shot. Puck gets stopped. Rebound comes out front. St. Louis shoots. Blocked. Jets skate out to center. And they come in offside. Luke Shen bringing it offside. Too evil, says Big Hog. Vancouver Warriors are sadly losing 8-3 right now. Oh, no. Let's have a look. Schedule. Okay, they're in the fourth quarter against the Buffalo Bandits. They're currently losing 8-3. They have scored once. It was 8-2 coming into the fourth quarter. Oh, you can't even see it. So they scored once in the fourth quarter. So they have made it 8-3, but it was 8-2 before. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of time left to go in this game. But we shall wait and see. Maybe they can make a comeback. Big Hog, is this like a... Oh, no, it's a best of what? A best of 3? How many is this a best of, Big Hog? I will watch Star Wars unless there is Jets game on, but I don't have the clone armor to actually be a clone. Ah. So just a partial outfit. Too evil! Big Mac, too evil! Zach's like, evil! Zach, and then Imperfect Freddy says, I did make a white leather comma for my costume, though. Can't be wrecked without a comma. Huh. Oh, so you just do it for the whiteout Jets have? Yes. And Blue Bomber games. Very cool. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, my dad's favorite football team. Big hockey. Breaking news, the Vancouver Canucks hired Dustin Boydell as head coach. His contract is $69 or $66.9 million for 5 years. Canucks. Big Hog Hockey says, too evil. Milosh has outdueled this nerd in net binner. Nice. Did you see the snapback sports video on the Jets? I did not. But I think Big Hog did. I don't think so. Holy blowout. Zach McNally, you haven't done a gifted membership yet. 8-3 is not a blowout in lacrosse. Oh, sorry. I thought it was AHL or WHL or etc. Best of 3. Okay. Oh, common mistake, Prick Freddy. Yeah, you can have some very high scoring games in lacrosse. Commonly, they'll hit double digits. Blues come in. Blocked pass. Back down to the corner. Bushnevich there in the corner. Puck comes up to the half boards. Kyle Connor tries to get out. He can't get it past. There's 2 Blues there. They end up coming back, putting it back to the blue line. Broberg rips it down in behind the net. Kyrie's there trying to come up with it. He can't come with it. Gets poked to the other side. Morrissey skates it out. He'll flip it out to center ice. The Blues take it there. They're going to move back down immediately into the Jets zone. The shots are now evened out, by the way. The shots are now 11-13, so the Blues score! Uh-oh. The go-ahead goal, 2-1. They lead now on the 14th shot of the game. 8:26 left to go in the second period. And it looks like Walker gets his his third goal of the playoffs. Nathan Walker. Broberg goes wide, puts it back up to the front, and Walker standing right on the top of the crease. Broberg turns back, puts it back to the front, and Walker's standing all alone. He's got 4 Winnipeg Jets all around him, and nobody's checking him. And then they get there too late. Velarde's there. Nobody took him. And it's suddenly 2-1 for the St. Louis Blues. Emmanuel, you haven't done a membership yet. Can you give me one? Oh, says Zach. Woo, says Milosh. Let's go Blues, baby. And then Big Mac's like, go, go, go. Boom. Go, go, go. And Big Freddy says, we got this. Coconuts glow, Jets. Coconuts glow, Jets. KJ Brazy, where's Swervin' Irvin, eh? Yeah, where is Swervin' Irvin? Milosh, nerd needs to do more studying. Boo, Blues. Y'all won the cup already. Let someone else have a turn. Laugh out loud. Bennington playing the puck. Puts it to the corner. Overhandling the puck there. Oh, they come in one-on-one. Shot. And they score again. Oh, no. Hellbuck's going to want that one back. Shen, captain of the St. Louis Blues, extending the lead to 2 goals with a shot that beats Hellbuck from distance. It was a one-on-one. Skating down the far side boards. Lets it rip from just at the half boards. And man, Bennington might get an assist on this too. Yeah, he does. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't end up getting it. Oh, no. Using Roy as a screen, Shen puts it right through him. And then it goes past the glove of Hellbuck above the pad, below the glove, and into the net. He didn't get the wrist down and to block that. And the wrist shot goes past Hellebuck. 3-1, 13th goal, playoff goal for Shen, captain of the St. Louis Blues. And all of a sudden, things are looking sketchy for the Winnipeg Jets. Go Canucks, go. Trevor Linden in Pick Face Trust. I don't expect to win this game. Oh, man, Hellebuck going across, stopping a wraparound. Kyrou with a beautiful chance. And Hellebuck is like, nah, 2 goals is enough for you guys right now. Deadly Flames, it's been chaos times here in Alberta. That's why I've been away lately. Yep. Are you guys going to be part of Canada for long there, Deadly Flames? Come on. Woo, says Milosh. Love it. Big Hockey, I played for Team PEI, the 2024 Box Nationals. In the game against Team BC, I was in the net and let in 17 goals, which is really good. BC ended up winning gold. Oh, the BC boys, eh? So you got to come and join us. And Big Mac's like, go, go, go. Boom, go, go, go. And then KJ Brazy's like, nerd. Just like Homer Simpson. Big Hockey. So yes, it is a very high scoring game. Yeah. So Azure. And then Milosh says, study time. And then KJ Brazy says, Team BC is deadly in everything. And then what was that for Big Hog? Box lacrosse. KJ, Calvin 99 Charlie, especially in the weed department, KJ. Yeah, there's lots of weeds that grow here. Oh, shot goes wide. And it goes off the boards and out to center ice. Braden Shen from Neighbors and Suter after Nathan Walker from Broberg and Falk. The Blues score again! The wheels have fallen off the Winnipeg wagon and they have just blown up here, allowing a number of goals, 3 goals in the last couple of minutes here. That's crazy. 3 goals in 2 minutes time scored by the St. Louis Blues and the Winnipeg Jets. Let's be honest, folks. They've just shit themselves. Swear jar. There's no other way to put it, folks. Big Hockey, that's the worst office versus best offense. My goodness. Is that Fowler too? Fowler with a shot. I don't know if it touched anything. If not, that's Cam Fowler's second of the playoffs. And his 10th point of the NHL playoffs. That means that Cam Fowler just tied his career high at 10 points, but he did it in 6 games instead of 13 games, everyone. Cam Fowler setting career highs here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Crazy. Calvin 9 Charlie. Oh, that's looks like a fun game. I haven't tried, not going to lie. Deadly Flames. The way it's been going, I don't think so, Russell. Nothing is perfect. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Alberta's a crazy place right now. What happened, man? Deadly Flames, I'm from Calgary. I don't remember it being like that. I was 2 when I moved away, so I don't remember a whole lot of Calgary. Woo, says Milosh. Big Hockey in 2023 in a game versus Team Ontario. I only let in 12 goals. They also won gold that year. So you're losing to the champions. So that's like the best way to lose, right? You lose to the champions. Mule. Big Hockey says, go, goal. Boom, go, goal. And then Milosh says, nice goaltending. Appleton in. He puts it back to the slot. No shot, though. DeMello with a shot. That one goes wide. The whistle goes. The crowd is so loud, nobody heard it. Looks like Morrissey might be going to the box. What did Morrissey do? Whoa, Blues. Swear jar, swear jar. Nice assist, Helly. Yeah. Yeah, can you believe that? Let's see. Let's update this. Have the Warriors managed to come back anymore? Nope. Now it's 9-3. All right, Cam Fowler. Yeah, let's go back and have a look at his stats. Because remember, Cam Fowler's a weirdo, man. Okay, so in the playoffs, look at this. So he scored 10 points in 16 games in 2014, 2015. And he scored 9 points in, so his highest was 10 points in 16 games. And now he has 10 points in 6 games played because he scored tonight. So he's playing in a 6 game tonight. He's now got 10 points. So he tied his career high and 10 points less. That's wild. I still believe in the Jets. Laugh out loud, says Kevin99 Charlie. Oh, I forgot to show you guys that video during the commercial break. Oh no. KJ Brazy Helly falling apart during the playoffs never ceases to amaze me. I know, KJ. In Pick Freddy Trust, Jets in 7. Deadly Flames. It's about Alberta's separation from Canada. Nothing is perfect. Oh no. Oh yeah. Big Hog Hockey. I have Jets in 7 on my bracket. Milosh, he'll fall apart in game 7 too. Milosh has got all the doom and gloom coming up. Morrissey taking a penalty. Uh-oh. Looks like it was a weak call too. Maybe the guy went down a little bit too easy. Crazy. The Jets just fell apart. 4-1 all of a sudden. Imprick Fight You Trust hasn't yet. White and blue, says Zach. Brutality Blood. Tomorrow is going to be a wild game. Swear jar, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar. Yeah, Brutality Blood. Brutality Blood. We'll be watching it together. Our first game 7 of the playoffs, everyone. It's going to be fun. I really wanted to do 3 game 7s tomorrow, but none of the series have gone that far. But it looks like this one also will be going to 7, so that's pretty crazy. Imprick Freddy Trust. Cam Fowler is a beast, though. Trapezoid, says Zoe. Blues bring it into the Jet zone on the power play. Thomas. Sniggerood puts it to the front of the net. Hellbuck makes that save. Chip back to the blue line. Fowler's there. Puts it across. Into the front. Oh, and the Blues couldn't make a chance out of that. Standing right in front of the net. Weren't able to get a good shot off. Cam Fowler from Pareko and Torbchenko. The last goal to make it 4-1. KJ Brizzy, Alberta wants to be Quebec now. Yeah. My buddy sent me a funny video. Actually, it was Minor Dausch sent me a video, and it was like all the Canadian provinces reacting to the election, and then it was Alberta. And he's like, "Hey, this is stupid. Can't believe the Liberals got again, and we're gonna leave the country." And then they show up back and they're like, "Hey, you're just trying to be like us now." Be careful what you ask for. Zoro Rosario. Hello. Good evening, Russell, and everyone on chat tonight. Looks like game 7, question mark? Yeah, right now it does. The Jets are going to need their own little miracle to try and come back in this game. 4 minutes left to go in the second period. Blues on the power play. Puck back to the point. Shen with a shot. I think he got blocked by his own player. Puck gets rung around to the half boards on the far side. Back to the blue line. Falk with a shot. That one gets blocked. Pionk puts it behind his own net. DeMello puts it all the way down the ice. The Winnipeg Jets almost had a chance shorthanded there. Tie, says Zoe. Alberta should hurry up and leave. Dark Charge 87. Swear jar, 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 swear jar. I don't know what to think of Mike Sullivan as Rangers coach now. They paid a lot of money for him. That's what I think. The Jets score again. Power play's over, but it doesn't matter. Look at the Jets going off, making it 5-1. Now it's going to really take a massive miracle. There's Louis. He flew across the screen, and now he's on your screen. Louis cheering behind the net. That teddy bear looking guy. Louis the Bear. Shen stops behind the net. D. DeMello misses it completely and then gives it away to the Blues, and they shoot it through crowd. Shen can't block it. Hellbuck probably doesn't even see it. And what a shot from Torbchenko. What was DeMello doing on that? Calvin 99 Charlie. I think Mike had fun with JT in that Four Nations. Could be. Woo! Says Milosh. In pick value trust. Dobby, go. Dobby, go. Dobby, go. And then Big Mac's like, go, go. Boom, go, go. And then Calvin 99 says the Jets question. Laugh out loud. Rusty said the Jets score. Oh, no. Pull this bum. It was St. Louis who scored. Whoops. Confused the shit out of me. Jets need Dobby for the miracle. 2:42 left to go in the second period here. Yeah, Toropchenko scoring his second of the playoffs from Foxa. And Foxa with his third assist of the playoffs. And Toropchenko actually assisted on the Cam Fowler goal on the last one. So Toropchenko now with 2 points in the game. Zach McNally. Goal. Jake Stakes Hockey. Miserable Sabres fan 39. Cousin team. What's up, Miserable Sabres fan? Nice to see you, friend. It's been a while. How have you been spending your off season so far? Oh, we did it. We got to 920, everyone. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. We appreciate you. How you doing, Miserable Sabres fan? Nice to see you. Hellebuck running a little interference. Stanley bodying his man. Jets flip it out to center. I'll bring Dobby up in the third period there for you, Prick Freddy. St. Louis overskates the puck. Puck comes back to center. Oh, man. Now, Jets just took another penalty. Oh, my goodness, bro. Your team is down 5-1 and you take another penalty for holding the stick? Like, are you stupid? Stanley just grabs the guy's stick and holds on to it. How dumb are you, bro? Stanley takes the walk of shame. It's been the same like always. Laugh out loud. Just golfing. And Zach's like, hi, Miserable Sabres fan 39. So, Miserable Sabres fan, have you started cheering for another team? Have you been following any of the playoffs, or are you just like avoiding it these days? Swear jar. St. Louis must win, leading 5-1. In Pick Fetty, which was, I'm not convinced these players are real. They may be AI. Puck goes to Hellebuck. He'll clear the zone himself. He's seen enough. He's sick of this nonsense. Jets only have 11 shots on goal. Go get more shots. Yep. They have 9 shots in this period. They only had 2 shots in the first period, so. But they're still being outshot 14-9. Blues coming offside. KJ Brazy, my coach would kill me for that. Yep. That kind of stupid thing. You're literally changing and you take a penalty like that. So I wonder if you see Comrie come in the third period for the Jets. The backup goalie. Commissariat. Traffic lights on their side. Nah, I've been enjoying the Sabres memes. Oh, the Sabres memes. What's your favorite Sabres meme? In Pick Fetty Trust. With home advantage, there's only a problem if you lose at home. Yes! You're not in trouble in the playoffs until you lose at home. So nobody has won on the road so far in this series, so you're proving that true. No worries. Let's go, says Zach. Shen gains his own. Back to the blue line. That one shuts wide. Takes a weird bounce off the boards. Kept in at the blue line now. Back to the blue line. St. Louis controlling. Shot to the front. Hellebuck with the save. Sundqvist getting in there. Getting ragdolled. Just the way he likes it. Getting his hair pulled now. Shen's just pulling his hair, and Sundquist's like, my hair, ref. Call a penalty. My poor hair is getting pulled. That's what I imagine Sundquist sounds like. Because he does seem like that kind of a player. Sundquist on the bench now, nursing his sore hair. Zoe, a house divided against itself. Cannot stand. Blue Jays win, says Big Hog Hockey. Imprick Freddy Trust. But these guys are terrible without Scheifele for some reason. Maybe he is the team security blanket, question mark? It is possible. All right, we got 30 seconds left to go in the second period. They control now. Maybe one last chance here on the power play. They'll have just a couple seconds of power play time to start if they don't score here before the period ends. 15 seconds left to go. They pass the puck back out of the zone. And it looks like they're probably going to run out of time. Yeah, puck comes back out to center. 1 second left, and that will be the end of the second period. Very productive second period for the St. Louis Blues as they score 4 goals. And if you look at it, it's 4 goals in just over 5 minutes. So they scored 3 goals. Oh, I might as well just show you guys. So they scored 3 goals. They scored a goal at 11:34, and they scored another 2 by 13:40. So that's like just over 2 minutes that they scored 3 goals. And then another 3 minutes later, just over 3 minutes later, they scored again. And they haven't even scored a power play goal yet, and they've had 4 of them, which is pretty wild. And then just 11 shots for the 11 shots for the Winnipeg Jets so far, and then the St. Louis Blues have 23. So pretty crazy. Hits, lots of hits, 29 hits, 27 hits. With Sabres players holding help wanted sign. Yep. Bluebeard says, oh, Jays evil, says Zach. Too evil. Go, Jays, go, says Imprick Freddy Trust. Robert Fleury. Neither of these teams will ever compete with the Colorado or Dallas in round 2. Winner of that series goes all the way. Robert Fleury, welcome to the stream. I'm Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and we are watching the Blues thump the Winnipeg Jets right now. But we'll be live tomorrow for the Colorado game against the Dallas Stars. So if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that sub button, hit that like button. Robert Fleury will be back live tomorrow night. Robert, if you've been here before, welcome back. If you haven't been here before, welcome to Nothing is Perfect. I can confirm we will be live pretty much every Wednesday through the entire playoffs. And we're also going to be covering every single game of the Stanley Cup Finals, whatever that ends up being. So stay tuned to Nothing is Perfect. So in the meantime, we're in the second intermission. That means it is time for some trivia. All right, so let's hop over to this screen here. And then let's bring up we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to get rid of this. Wait, did I get rid of the ticker? No. Where's the lower third? This one. There we go. Okay, we're going to clear out the screen. I'm going to check too because we're going to do some trivia, guys. Boom. Jets and Blues trivia, people. That's what you're in for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys a question, and then you're going to give me the answers in chat, and then we'll read out those, and we'll see what the general consensus is, okay? Thank you very much, Robert. First timer, I liked and subbed. I appreciate that, my dude. Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. Welcome to trivia, which is something that we do pretty often here. All right, let's start off. Jets versus Blues. Be tomorrow already, says Castle Siege. Okay. All right, first question. I'll move my head because I knew it was probably going to be in the way. Let's move my head down here for a minute. Hopefully that's out of the way now. All right. Who is the all-time playoff point leader for the Winnipeg Jets? So who has scored more points than any other player in Winnipeg Jets history? Is it A, Kyle Connor, B, Blake Wheeler, C, Mark Scheifele, or D, Dustin Byfuglien? Who has scored the most points for the Winnipeg Jets in the playoffs all time? A, Kyle Connor, B, Blake Wheeler, C, Mark Scheifele, or D, Dustin Byfuglien? All right, so first answer coming in Prick Fetty We Trust. The Winnipeg expert saying C. Robert Fleury's also saying C. Zach agrees. We got 3 C's so far coming in. Calvin 99 Charlie saying Big Buff, so he's saying D. We got 3 C's and a D. All right. The answer. Oh, and KJ Brazy like Teemu Solani. He's putting in the mail-in vote. All right. The answer is Mark Scheifele. Oh, yeah, my face is in the way. How about I put it over here? Yeah, there we go. In 47 games played in the playoffs, he has accumulated 23 goals and 21 assists, totaling 44 points. So obviously, not having Scheifele in the game tonight is a big deal because he's literally the franchise leading scorer in the playoffs. So tough game for them to win. All right. Question number 2. Who is the all-time playoff point leader for the St. Louis Blues for the year opponents? You have 4 options. Al MacInnis is A. B is Vladimir Tarasenko. C is Jaden Schwartz. And D is Brett Hull. Who has scored more points for the St. Louis Blues in the playoffs? A. Al MacInnis. B. Vladimir Tarasenko. C. Jaden Schwartz. Or D. Brett Hull. KJ Brazy saying Ilya Kovalchuk. Wayne Gretzky. Zach is saying B. Vladimir Tarasenko. Calvin 99 Charlie is saying Al MacInnis A. We got a B and an A. Robert Fleury is saying D, Brett Hull. The answer may shock you, but Robert, you were right. Robert is right. Brett Hull has scored more points for the St. Louis Blues in the playoffs than anyone. In 101 games played in the playoffs, he has accumulated 67 goals, 50 assists for 117 points. And in Prick Fetty We Trust, Vladimir Tarasenko. But it was Brett Hull. All right, question number 3. How many times have the Winnipeg Jets made it pass into the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs? We asked this because they have an opportunity to move to the second round today. But how many times have the Jets made it to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs? A, never. B, once. C, twice. Or D, thrice. How many times? Robert's happy that he ended up getting that one right. And Calvin says second choice was Brett Hull. I just like Al and Big Buff. Laugh out loud. How many times have the Jets made it to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs? Never, once, twice, or thrice. Zach saying A, never. Robert is saying C, twice. In Prick Fetty We Trust is saying C as well, twice. Maybe. And then Calvin 99 Charlie is saying D, thrice. Fireborn Knights, I got Emperor King to join me. I don't remember a third, but well, the answer is once. The Winnipeg Jets have only made it to the second round of the playoffs once. Isn't that crazy? In the 2017-2018 season. It's the only time ever. Whoops. So B is the answer. Nobody got that one right. Okay, next question. How many times have the St. Louis Blues made it to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, even though it only says the St. Louis made it the second count? Ouch, says Robert Fleury. How many times have the St. Louis Blues made it to the second round? 13 times A, 33 times B, 7 times C, or 23 times D? What do you think, boys and girls? How many times has the St. Louis Blues made it? 13, 33, 7, or 23? Zach, first answer in, saying D. Calvin saying 13A. Robert Fleury saying B, 33. Well, I'm happy to report that the answer is D, 23 times. Oh, and Prick Fetty Trust saying 1. A, no. They have made it to the second round of the playoffs. They actually done it 23 times. They've made it to the second round actually 3 times in their first 3 years. But that was probably due to the fact that they had some favorable rules when it came to expansion teams back in the day. So yeah, they have played in the playoffs a lot more because they did come to the league in 1967, but they have made it to the second round 23 times. All right. Number 5. Rob's like, wow, 23. Wow, that's a lot. Number 5. How many times have the Winnipeg Jets made it to the Stanley Cup playoffs? Just in general. How many times have they made it to the Stanley Cup finals? Is it A, 4 times, B, 5 times, C, 6 times, or D, 9 times? How many times have the Winnipeg Jets made the NHL playoffs? Calvin, I just believe in them too much, I guess. It's crazy. Ouch indeed. Yep. Helly can't perform under those bright lights. St. Louis got pitied, laugh out loud. Robert saying B, 5 times they've made the playoffs. In Perfetti We Trust also saying B 5 times. Calvin saying 6, so C. Zach is saying 4 times. The answer is 9 times. They've made the playoffs 9 times. My head's in the way again. But while playing in Winnipeg, the franchise has made the playoffs 8 out of 13 years. So since moving to Winnipeg and becoming the Jets, they've made the playoff 8 times in 13 years. When they were in Atlanta, they only made it once in 11 years. So obviously they've been a lot better in Winnipeg. But yeah, they have only missed the playoffs in Winnipeg 5 times out of 13 years. So they've had a pretty good run over there. I don't know any of these. I'm just guessing or picking my favorite player of the bunch. Holy smokes, no way. Laugh my ass off. Yep. All right. Question number 6. I'll move my head again here. How many times have the St. Louis Blues made the NHL playoffs? Have they made it A, 13 times, B, 25 times, C, 46 times, or D, 58 times? How many times have the St. Louis Blues made the playoffs? A, B, C, D. 13, 25, 46, 58. What do you guys think? In Pick Fetty Trust are saying C, 46 times. Robert also saying C, 46 times. Calvin also saying 46 times. So you guys are in agreement so far. And we have a unanimous decision. Everyone's saying C, 46 times. Well, I've got good news. The answer is C. They have made the Stanley Cup playoffs 46 times in 58 years. So they have made it 80% of the time, which is, I'd say, a pretty good percentage for a team. 80% of the time, the St. Louis Blues play in the playoffs. 8 out of 10 years, every year, every decade. Pretty crazy. Okay, next question. What is the most amount of goals scored by the Winnipeg Jets in the playoffs? So the most amount of goals scored in a game by the Winnipeg Jets in a playoff game. A4, B5, C6, D7. And Robert saying good answers, everyone, after the last one. How many goals have the Winnipeg Jets scored in a single game? A4, B5, C6, or D7? What do you think? It's like Eric Carmey's going to be coming in. Zach saying 7. Imperfetti saying 7 as well. Calvin saying 7 as well. Everyone thinking it's D7. And then D last year against the Abs in game 1. There you go. Robert coming up with a very specific one. The answer is correct. You did get it too. Yep. Last year on April the 21st, the Winnipeg Jets scored 7 goals and winning against Colorado 7-6. They also scored 7 goals against the Nashville Predators all the way back in 2018, which is the year they went to the second round of the playoffs, the only time. Good answers, everyone. You nailed it. What is the most amount of goals scored by the St. Louis Blues in a playoff game? A6, B7, C8, D9. How many goals have the St. Louis Blues scored in a single NHL playoff game? A, B, C, D, 6, 7, 8, 9. What do we think, people? Rob Stoke. Everyone got it right. Robert Fleury's laughing and crying. Robert is saying C, 8 goals. Imperfetti Trust is also saying C. And then Calvin's like 6 goals. They stink. And then Imperfetti We Trust is also saying they stink. Wow, the answer is 8. So you guys are all correct again. You guys are way too good at this. Well, actually, sorry, Calvin. You're the only one who's wrong. They may stink, but they did score 8 goals. They've done it 3 times. They scored 8 goals against the Kings in 98, the Canucks in 95, and they actually scored 8 goals against the Winnipeg Jets or the Arizona Coyotes. The original Winnipeg Jets, 8-2. They beat them in 1982, which is pretty crazy. All right, next question. Number 9. We got 2 more questions left to go. How many Stanley Cups have the Winnipeg Jets scored? How many Stanley Cups have the Winnipeg Jets won? 0, 1, 2, or 3? Yeah. Imperfetti would trust you right. No, Calvin wasn't right. Poor Calvin. My second choice was 8 goals. Trivia is too easy. Laugh out loud. Robert's like, I'm nailing it. All right. How many Stanley Cups do the Winnipeg Jets have? A, B, C, or D? 0, 1, 2, 3. Imperfetti You Trust is saying 4. And then Roberts is like, A. A in 0. Okay. So Imperfetti You Trust is dreaming about 4, but knowing that it's A. And then Robert is also saying A. Wow, that's one. This is probably the easiest question out of all of them. They have never won a Stanley Cup. Which teams have never won a Stanley Cup? Buffalo, Vancouver, San Jose, Ottawa, Nashville, Minnesota Wild, Winnipeg Jets. Calvin, 2 cups is wrong. I'm sorry, buddy. They ain't won nothing. All right, last question. Another easy one. The easiest one. How many Stanley Cups have the St. Louis Blues won? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And Zach is answering A for the last one, which is 0. Yeah, Walker's from Australia. I keep on forgetting that. I believe in them too much. And Robert Fleury saying B, 2. 1 cups is Calvin, A. Dad, in Pick Fed You Trust is saying C. Danny C saying 1. Welcome, Danny C, to trivia. The answer is 1. There it is. Craig Berube, St. Louis Blues winning it there. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for participating in trivia today. It was lots of fun. And we are back underway at in St. Louis. So let's get back to the bar. Keep on watching. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating. I hope you enjoyed trivia today, even if it was a little bit easy for you, Robert. Danny C, welcome to Nothing is Perfect. My name is Russ Holiday, and we are watching the Winnipeg Jets versus the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues are currently blowing out the Winnipeg Jets 5-1 with a 4-goal second period. Should be interesting to see what kind of Winnipeg Jets team shows up. Now that they got Comrie in net, Connor Hellebuyck getting some rest now. Get some rest before they have to head back to Winnipeg. Danny C, if you haven't been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. Nice to see you. Milosh, he won't even sit on the bench. What a baby. Milosh hates Connor Hellebuyck, and I love it. Ah, shucks, says Robert Fleury. Laugh out loud. In Brick Value Trust, we are watching the crappy Jets lose. Danny C, I was 1-1. I missed the first 9 questions. Yes, you were 1 for 1. What? Danny C showing up, going 100% trivia. No big D. Trivia Leafs. If we cover the Leafs in the next round, I will definitely do some Leafs trivia for you guys. Because I know you guys enjoy doing those trivia. So thank you again for participating. In Pick Fed You Trust. Comrie and net. Uh-oh. Blues are in trouble now. And Danny C's like, hella suck. Robert Fleury, Connor, not even on the bench. What a baby. Laugh out loud. Haha, you caught that, Russ? Yeah. Milosh, you hate Connor Hellebuyck. I love to see it. Milosh, have I asked you this before? Is that a river in your profile picture? What river is that? If that is a river. Calvin and I answered all the questions with ease and swift precision. Laugh out loud. Don't love the guy. Milosh willing to admit that he does not love Connor Hellebuyck. Well, my wife emerged from the bedroom. She was probably in there drawing, up to no good. She looks like she's hungry as she moves towards the kitchen. I'm giving a play-by-play. Her hair coiffed to the side in feline queen form. She goes to the fridge looking for something to satiate her hunger. All right, I should be doing the play-by-play for the game, but Comrie makes a save. Oh no, Nemestikov. Nemestikov is in the corner. Holding onto his eye. I am. Pizza? My wife is now digging around. She might make me something. Mestikov leaving the game. He might have taken one off the face or something. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he took a helmet to the face. Oh, no. Buchnevich gets hit, and then his head collides with Nemestikov. Is that Stanley? Oh, it's Velarde. Velarde hit the St. Louis player, Buchnevich, and his head hit him right in the face. Poor guy. He just took a helmet to the face. Calvin and I thought they was teeth, Milosh. Bunch of jerks. W. Welcome back, bunch of jerks. Nice to see you. Zach's happy to see you too. Canes. And since you said W, this is the perfect opportunity to get the W. Oh, look at this boy. He is very sleepy. He was literally in what we call taxidermy. Oh, he burped. He burped. Oh, he burped in my face. I think you farted too, bro. And now he's just look at him. Look at my wife. Like he's obsessed with her. Oh. Oh, he did. Yeah, he definitely farted. Oh, you guys are getting a little of my wife. Yeah, see her hair? I told you it was coiffed to the side like a lioness. Oh, yes. Look at this boy, huh? Look at this nice boy, huh? He's so sweet. Oh, rough stuff happening. Everyone's pairing off now. Morrissey dropping the glove with Fala. Or Falk. And Falk not dropping his gloves, but Morrissey is. And now everyone else jumps in on that fight. The whole pile. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Robertson, huh? How come you don't love me as much as your mom? Huh? How come you don't love me as much as your mom? Huh? Oh, yes. Look at him. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Come on. Thank you. Okay, now you can go. Huh? Now you can go see your mom. Davi's being a little weirdo. Milosh, it is a river close up of map. Have no idea where it is. Oh, okay. Just a random river. Morrissey and Falk. Morrissey was willing to drop the gloves with him, but he just gets his head hugged. Falk's not doing anything too crazy. Just kind of driving him down. Inpick fight you trust. Dobby, goal. Dobby, goal. Dobby. Milosh, ha, picture looked cool. I can't remember where it is, to be honest. Dobby, says Zach. Let's go. And then Calvin 9 shows it's Dobby. And Russ's wife. That's a lot of penalties going out there now. So we got Morrissey, Tanev, and Tornado. And then Falk and Bushinevich also getting minors. And it looks like it's all for roughing. So St. Louis will come out of it with a power play. And then Dave DeVilliers shows up. Watching him from South Africa. What's up, Dave DeVilliers? What's up? How's it going, buddy? Zorro Rosario. Falk versus Morrissey. 20-pound difference. Yeah. Not a fight you want to see. This guy in the crowd has the MLB championship trophy and the Stanley Cup. Kind of weird. Calvin and it looks like a negative picture of alligator teeth or something. Where's Milosh? Yeah, I could see that. Looks like teeth. Could be. We'll call it the Teeth River. Sunglasses. Zach McNally with some sunglasses in the chat. Biddington good with the puck tonight. Sometimes he's a liability, but tonight, not so much. He would have gotten the third assist on that Shen goal. Biddington has won 13 games straight at home with a 1.99. Cool. Welcome, Dave DeVilliers. Nice to see you, buddy. What time is it there in South Africa, bro? It's got to be like, was it like 4 or 5 a.m.? You just woke up, right? Blues controlling. Pass cross zone to the middle. Shot fanned on. Kyle Connor skates it out. He'll flip it all the way down into the St. Louis zone. Bennington stops it behind his net. 1 minute left to go on the power play for the Blues. 15:44 left to go in the third period. Calvin 99 Charlie. Hey, Io Silver away! Laugh out loud. Io Silver away! Snuggerud in on a 2-on-0. Comrie comes across and makes a save. He blocks the pass from coming out front. Somehow St. Louis ends up on a 2-on-0 on the power play. Buchnevich, Snuggerud, Broberg into the middle, shot, weak shot, goes to the front. Comrie picks it up, and he'll cover it. Shen just driving his guy into the boards. Neighbors just ragdolling because he's a little bitch. Emperor King, what's up? Oh, there it is. Yep. Emperor King. Looks like it's true. Emperor King has converted over to a Knights fan for the time being, at least. Emperor King. Did you hear the stat that it's the first time in North American sports history, the second time in North American sports history that a team has lost 4 playoffs in a row to the same team? Did you know that? 10:20 Toronto time. Everyone's happy. Gotta put your glasses on when you say it. Nerd! Kucherov Bolts fan. Hey, Kucherov Bolts fan. Sorry to see your team get knocked out. Who are you cheering for now? If you had to choose someone new. Zach says swear jar. Swear jar! Not shocking. No. You kind of expected it, eh? Yeah. So after tonight's game, we're not going to have a full post game. We're going to have a quick little post game. We're just going to update the playoff bracket. And I will, not the Panthers. Kucherov is like, I'm not cheering for the Panthers. I don't care if they're a Florida team. Calvin's just like, all right, I'll give you guys a countdown for this third period of play. Blues down low, puck comes go all the way down the ice. We got 13, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. There's your countdown. Blues controlling. Neighbors with a chip shot. Didn't end up going anywhere other than wide of the net. Bounces to the front. Comrie picks up the puck. He'll cover it up. And there'll be a whistle and a face-off in the Winnipeg zone to the right of Comrie. All right, we're going to a commercial break. So I am going to quickly show you guys this thing about the draft lottery that they've posted on NHL.com. Hopefully I don't get demonetized. Back to the bar. Interesting. Okay. Let's get rid of this too. So odds to win first lottery draw. The Canucks have a 0.5 chance of winning the lottery and moving up to like 5th place. If you are in the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you have a chance to win the first overall pick. Anyone outside of the top 11 cannot win a first overall pick. NHL draft lottery look up table. Huh. This is crazy. So these are all the different sequences of numbers. Can I find in here? Is it Van? A whole lot of numbers, eh? There's 1,000 different combinations of numbers. And everybody gets a certain amount of combinations. So obviously, look at this. Yeah, Chicago and Nashville and all these teams, they have tons of different combos they can get. Braden Shen taking a penalty now. Huh. No, I just want to find in the document, bro. Like, do they not have it as Van? 94. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is Van. Okay, here's 5 Van numbers. Are these all of them? Okay, so the Canucks have 5 different number sequences then. There's 5 there. Okay, no. Okay. Oh, yeah, so it's just, yeah, okay, there's another one there. Interesting. All right. Back to the bar. Okay. The Jets go to the power play after Braden Shen takes a unsportsmanlike penalty at the bench. Oh, whoops. Bennington looks like he took the puck off the face, so his puck or his strap came disconnected, so he's got to reconnect that on his helmet. Put it back on. 1:49 left to go. I think Morrissey's shot ends up deflecting up. Yeah, it just gets tipped up a little bit and hits Bennington right in the face, which pops his if it catches like the chin area, sometimes it pushes the mask back. Game over, says Imprick Freddy. Calvin and Charlie, what if Winnipeg scores 4 goals within the last minute of play? Laugh out loud. Not Panthers. Imprick Freddy trusts. Even I'll be shocked if Winnipeg scores 4. Ooh, almost ricocheted in. Velarde tries to put it back to the point. Bounces wrong. Ends up coming down behind the net. Ooh, the Blues get it to the blue line. Winnipeg almost kept it in, but eventually gets out. 1:25 left to go in Winnipeg's power play. This is Winnipeg's 4th power play of the game. Oh, what a bad pass. Oh, what a dive, though. Oh, no. St. Louis comes up with it anyways. 1 minute left to go in the power play. Short-handed. Shot goes wide. Falk resetting in his zone. Pass across his zone. Shot all the way down the ice. Comrie stops it in his zone. 43 seconds left to go on the power play. Winnipeg looking for any form of life here. Pandora's Box Panthers. My brain hurts, Russell. I know. Go Bobcats. Zoe. Goal. Hockey stick. Fireboard Knights. Thumbs up for Emperor King. KG Rosie. Any ever play box hockey? I want to play box hockey board at the Jets have scored! On the power play, making it a 5-2 game. Looking for that one goal, just get things started. Puck to the blue line. Cross. Shot. Oh, and then Bennington makes a save. It squeaks through him, and then on the blue line, looks like Appleton. Nope. just poked in by number 62 on your Winnipeg Jets. Mr. Niederreiter back after taking a helmet to the face. Puck just squeaks through Binnington and Niederreiter dives across and makes sure it gets over the line. I like tabletop foosball. Oh no, says Calvin 9 Charlie. I lost it. Rip. Laugh out loud. Foosball is always fun. Yeah. Zoro Rosario, 4 goals in the last minute. Will the league investigate? In Prick Freddy Trust, I won't let them investigate. Go, 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 go. 3 to go. Go, go, boom, go, go. And then Calvin 9 Charlie says, let's go Jets, 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 Jets. Guess me prediction is over. Laugh out loud. And then Zach says, go, go. And then Big Mac comes in and he drops a gifted membership. Thank you very much, Big Mac, for the gifted membership. We appreciate your donation to Dobby's college education. And congratulations, the Bunny Fan. Watching from the shadows today, the Bunny Fan receives a free gifted membership to Nothing is Perfect, and we love to see it. Big Mac says, Bunny Fan. And then Zach says, Santa. And then KJ says, hype for Big Mac. Big Mac hype. Big Mac hype. Winnipeg dumps it into the St. Louis zone. Moving in on the forecheck. Looking for another one. St. Louis might be sitting back a little bit here. Winnipeg looking to get another one, make it even closer, make it a 2-goal game. It's 1 goal at a time. That's all you got to look at. Update the score. Oh no, thank you. 5-2. Only the Canucks would have won from here. Yep. True. The Canucks scored 3 goals in 1 minute to win, tie up a game. Update the score. Yes, thank you, Calvin. I pulled the Sportsnet. Winnipeg with a pass all the way up the St. Louis blue line, but it gets intercepted. Puck gets rung around. Sundqvist chips it out. Back in their own zone. Velarde. Back for Morrissey. DeMello up to the blue line. Chipped into the zone by Nemestikov. St. Louis rings around the boards up to the blue line. Kept in for a moment. St. Louis now skates it out. Pass across the zone, but the Blues lose it. Morrissey with a pass behind his own net. That one goes over for Appleton. Appleton gets it all the way down the ice. Not enough for icing, though, and St. Louis picks it up in their own zone. 9:18 left to go in the third period. Vestalus says, hi. Win, for fuck's sake, says Dave DeVilliers. Calvin, you're gray. That's new. Oh, yeah, what the heck? Calvin and Charlie is gray now. Dave DeVilliers, damn, your keyboard's too small. Damn, keyboard's too small. Or your thumb's too big. Yeah, that's what I mean. I lost it. Will be for a weekish, not long. Maybe you can get a free gifted one tomorrow or today. You never know. Back to the blue line. Man, something smells really good. I don't know what my wife is doing, but it smells tasty. Is that a goal? All the boys gather for a chat. This game 6 getting out of hands. They pair off. Refs have taken one player off the ice. Braden Shen with his stupid tinted visors there. Appleton's already been put in the box. The referees made it uneven with 4 Winnipeg Jets out there. Rome says 1. Zach McNally, 25, Leafs, big fan. I think you updated your name. It says big fan now. I love that. Swear jar. I lost mine too, says KJ. I have misplaced my membership. Calvin 99 Charlie, I could have gotten one, but Bunny Fan is selfish and took one from me. Laugh out loud jokes. Dave DeVilliers, yeah, that's it, Russ. Did not want to brag. Who's got 2 big thumbs and likes NHL hockey? Dave DeVilliers does. Hello, everyone. Glad I made it. How's it going, Rome? What's up, my dude? Welcome to the stream. Now that you're here, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have Dobby hair in my eyeball in this one right here. Can you guys see Dobby hair in my eye? F yeah, says Dave DeVilliers. Howdy, Rome. Dave DeVilliers, swear jar. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, I like your new name, bro. I'm just going to blink my eye a whole bunch of times. Maybe that'll make it feel better. How's everyone tonight? We're having fun. Braden Shen getting slashed on the wrist by Nathan Appleton. So there is going to be a game 7 between the St. Louis Blues. If the Jets can't come back, but they've announced the time. So if it does happen, it'll be at 7 o'clock on Sunday Eastern time. So that'll be 4 o'clock Pacific time. I've been better, says Big Fetty who trust. Fair enough. 5-2. Rum game probably going like everyone predicted. Hellbuck just can't buy a win on the road. Fair enough. Waking up at 4:30 a.m. Oh my goodness. 4:30 a.m. is way too early. St. Louis over 5 on the power play, which is pretty crazy considering that they are winning the game 5-2 and they don't have a power play goal, which is pretty wild, but not good for the Winnipeg Jets to have to kill off a power play with 8 minutes left to go in the third period. Down 5-2, unless they can score shorthanded. Zoro Rosario says, Rome, hello, glad you made it. Calvin, it's going, Rome. Jets are doing something I can't say because it's too dark. They're pooping the bed. What? Rome says, thanks, Zoro Rosario. Bennington collects it in his own zone. He'll stop it. Queued up for his defenseman. Broberg skates it out, makes a pass to center. Franco is there. He brings it in. Half boards, gets stopped. Grabs his man, puts him in a headlock. Makes him lose his helmet. Now, Parayko's going to get a penalty for taking off the Pionk's helmet. Oh, whoopsies. Now the refs are just calling everything. Now we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for 52 seconds, Jim. Game 7. Impact Radio shows Jets in 7. Rome. Calvin and Charlie. Ha ha. I know. I have Jets in my pool, so I would love if they can close it out today. Close it out like today. Russ Boss, says KJ Brazy Squared. Russ Boss. We'll have to build a Russ Bus. Oh, it's Lowry. Franco takes the helmet off. Oh, there's 4 St. Louis Blues in the box now. 4-on-4. Face off won by Winnipeg. Puck goes behind the net. Broberg comes up with it. He'll pass to the half boards. I sounded like a Minnesotan for a minute there. Oh, St. Louis almost loses the puck, but not quite. Fowler making things interesting. Losing the puck right at the Winnipeg Blue line, but they end up coming back up with it. Kyrou skates down, puts it in front, goes off his teammate's shin pad, so wasn't able to actually do anything with it. Winnipeg comes up with it again. They'll take a minute, go back behind their own net. 14 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4, and then Winnipeg will go to a shorter power play about a minute and 10 seconds left to go on the power play. And they're really killing this 4-on-4. 4 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4. And then go into the power play. Like I said, they skated into the zone. Ehlers, he stops on the blue line, puts it down the half boards. Oh, man. That's brutal. Just a badly played puck there by Perfetti on the blue line. Wasn't able to come up with it. Jets don't do anything the easy way. True. Oh, breakaway. Shot goes wide. Oh my goodness. And that another shot. Comrie was out of the net, but it gets blocked by Winnipeg Jets. Shorthanded. 33 seconds left to go on the power play for the Winnipeg Jets. They move into the zone, putting it down the boards. Kyle Connor behind the net, puts it up front, goes back to the blue line, kept in just barely at the very right of the blue line by the Winnipeg Jets. Pionk diving across to keep it in. Good play. 15 seconds left to go. Remember, Pionk, if they score here, Kyle Connor's shot goes wide off the boards. Picked up back across for Kyle Connor. Too hot to handle. That puck bounces off of him and out of play. But that faceoff will still remain within the St. Louis zone. Rome, I had the Kings in my pool, so I lost those numbskulls. Yep. Zoe, put on full armor of God if you can. Leave your helmet on, dude, says Zoe. Calvin I had Montreal in my pool. My pool was all wrong. I ain't no hockey like that. Maybe because I don't watch them. If I did, I'd probably have a better pool. Fair enough. Yep. Zoe Rosario. Every game takes a heavy body toll. Finishing in game 6 would have been nice. True. Yeah, the longer you play, the more likely you are to have some kind of injury. Rome. In Pick Freddy we trust. If the Jets had a goalie who can win on the road in the playoffs, this series would be over already. And he's like, it's true. But also the Jets D has to be better. Yep. And obviously more shots. Oh, they're up to 19 now. Not too bad. It was looking pretty dire there for a minute when you guys only had 2 shots in the first period. (5-2). St. Louis Blues leading. And it looks like there might be another penalty here. So it looks like the Jets have just lost their power play after taking another penalty. Maybe. It's not official yet, but they're saying 4-on-4 on the NHL website. So I'll have to wait and see. 5:20 left to go in the third period. Horns Leafs. Go Leafs, says Dave. KJ Brizzy. Don't watch hockey psychology, Calvin. Guy does weak. How did Brock have blood clot in game 6? I know, right? Look at that, guys. Homemade pasta by my wife. Looks like there's what is this? Peppers and onions and a tomato sauce, a little bit of sour cream, Parmesan cheese. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see the scene? No, you cannot see the scene. Because he's a Vancouver Canuck and the universe hates us. Weekly catch-ups. Yeah, KJ, you're right. Hockey psychology does cover the entire NHL in a weekly video. Rome, Calvin NHL. Yeah, that was weird. Those blood clots can be tricky. Yeah. Oh, I know, KJ. I just don't really pay attention. I like zone out when not watching a team I like. Fair enough. Oh, wow. So Cam Fowler now has more points in a single series than any other defenseman in the history of the St. Louis Blues. So 10 points. He just beat Al McInnes, who's in the building. Al McInnes in the building. He's going to go for a walk. The grammar police. Laugh out loud. Thanks. I messed that up. Oh, yeah, this is tasty. Is there lentils in there too? Oh, yeah. Right, 5:20 left to go. It is just 5-on-5. It's not 4-on-4 like the NHL website was saying. Jets try and win a face-off. They do. Get it back to the point. Morrissey chips it past his man. Actually, a really good play there, but gets it down low. No Jets are there, but they're in to support each other. Back to the high slot. Oh, just tipped away. Shot goes wide. And then Binnington grabs the puck that bounces the front of the net. Get a whistle. To get a whistle. Thank you, Boo, for this delicious meal. Rome, Al McInnes can teach those youngsters how to do a slapper. Yep. First, your stick needs to be made out of wood. Yeah, Al McInnes, what a shot that guy had. Guy had a 100-mile-an-hour slap shot with a wooden stick. Imagine what you'd have with a composite one. Dobby's now staring at my wife as she eats her dinner. Remember the time when Al McInnes slap shot went through the backboards behind the net? Or do. Took forever for them to fix that. Clots scare me. They can become a stroke if not careful. Yep. Oh my God. Yes, that was nuts. Sunday will be better. These Jets can suck my sack, sweaty sack. What? 4:34 left to go in the third period. And the St. Louis Blues have iced the puck. Can we get a copy of the rulebook sent over? Were they making cupcakes on the bench or something like that? Who got the easy bake ovens out, Dobby? Did you give them the easy bake oven? Because we're playing hockey. We're not baking cupcakes. I don't care. Learn the rules. Dobby's just like, I'm sorry. I like cupcakes. I hope I don't get blood clots. I love salt. Apparently salt can give you one. Oh, it looks like the Jets have pulled their goalie. 5-2 they're trailing, and they pull their goalie in hopes of creating something with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left to go. Jets going 6-on-5. Morrissey with a shot to the front net. Binnington makes a save. Puck through the front. Morrissey playing with the puck. Shot all the way down the ice. Goes wide of the net. St. Louis has iced the puck once again. Here comes goal number 2, maybe. 6-on-5 goal. 4:04 left to go in the game. And the St. Louis Blues have once again iced the puck. Zach even got the rule book out for him. Interesting. My wife is a salt fiend. She is from LBN2. I guess they love salt there. High stick knocked down that puck. Not a high stick for the puck. It was a high stick to the face. Kyle Connor getting a stick to the face from Rob Thomas. So with 4 minutes left to go, the Winnipeg Jets go to a power play. And they will be able to go 6-on-4. Wait, with 4 minutes and you can pull the goalie, I'd score another goal before pulling the goalie. Dave DeVilliers, if salt is the culprit, I'm a walking blood clot. Oh no. So the Winnipeg Jets, who already have 2 power play goals, go to their 5th power play of the game. and they'll be able to go 6-on-5 with the net empty. They win the face-off. Pionk fakes a slap shot. Morrissey skating down to the high slot. Over to Connor. Connor across. Oh, tip just wide by Ehlers. Back to Connor. Back to Morrissey on the high point. Pionk. Morrissey. Pionk. Pionk skates to the top of the face-off circle. Back to Morrissey. Morrissey with a shot. And Binnington's just like, nope. Glove save. Just like that. And will be for life. Go Canucks, go! Really? I love salt and literally put a layer of salt on all my food. KJ Brizzy, I literally say, is there enough salt on there for a heart attack? To my old lady. She hates the amount of salt I use. You guys should find something. You should put Cajun on your food instead of salt. Minute 25 left to go on the power play. Jets moving well, 6-on-5. They got to score soon if they want to make a game of this. Behind the net. Back to Pionk. Back to Morrissey. Back to Connor. Connor in the face-off circle. Puts it in front. Velarde banging away on it. Nobody's covered it up. In front. Now Binnington finally gets a blocker on it. He'll cover it up. They'll blow the whistle. Minute 4 left to go. Velarde with a couple chances hacking away at the side of the net. And Binnington says no. And keeps the puck out of the net, keeping it a 5-2 game. Oh, no. Yeah, Binnington did well to get across for that. It looks like Sundqvist holds taking the stick, and then Suter comes in and just holds the puck on the side of the net until Binnington can get a glove on it. Jets win the faceoff again, controlling. Ehlers loses the puck in the corner, managed to get it back to the point. Pionk over for Morrissey. Morrissey over Pionk. Connor in the high slot. Cross goes through a couple of different Jets. Back to the point. Morrissey takes it there. He's high slot. He takes a shot. That one goes off of Binnington and just wide of the net. Very close. Pionk picks it up. Tries to put it far corner. The Jets get it out. The Blues get it out to center. Jets pick it back up. They'll skate it right back in. Shot wide off the end boards. St. Louis picks it up. They'll flip it all the way down the ice. And since it's a power play, penalty kill, they won't be able to get an icing call. 9 seconds left to go on the power play for the Winnipeg Jets. Still going 6-on-4. Be 6-on-5 in a second here. To the middle. Pionk shoots high and wide off the glass and out of play. 1:59 left to go in the third period. Salt raises blood pressure. That dislodges clots. That's what my doctor told my dad. KJ, my girlfriend wife doesn't like me eating me so much salt because she had a dream of me dying from it. I was like, geez, why you dream of me dying? Laugh out loud. I joke a little too much. At least she dreams of you dying, not killing you. Yeah, fair enough, right? It's only in her dreams. 6-on-5 now. 1:47 left to go. Shot from the point. Binnington makes a save, and he'll play it. And St. Louis will dump it all the way down the ice. Not enough for icing. Really good weight on that one. Silver lining, says in Pick Freddie Who Trust. Yeah, she's only letting you die in her dreams. Calvin 99 Charlie, I'm not doing my job properly then. Haha, jokes. Laugh out loud. Puck in front. And then the St. Louis Blues shoot it all the way down the ice. Not even close to a empty net goal. They've just iced the puck. Now the faceoff will come all the way back down in their zone. Impic Feddy Trust. Room for improvement then. Laugh out loud. Yep. Dave DeVilliers, pretty sure salt alone won't cause a clot, but it's contributing factor if lifestyle and genetics are also subpar. Oh, whoops. St. Louis picks it up. Oh, and they get it just outside the blue line now. Winnipeg will have to touch up. Minute 8 left to go now. All right. They got to score now if they want to score 3 goals in a minute. Well, I don't think they're going to do it, folks. St. Louis flips it all the way down the ice again. Learn the rules. It's another icing call. So a little salt can also be bad. So yeah, if you've got like pre-existing conditions, then salt can be extra bad for you. Which is not what you want to see. Which is not what you want to see. Oh yeah, yeah. High stick knocked down that puck, so the whistle will go. 36.4 seconds left to go. Net is still empty in the Winnipeg end. Kind of felt like it's been empty all night, though. Ha ha! Morrissey having played 24 minutes already tonight. Puck back into the Jets zone with the empty net. 28 seconds left to go in the third period. $19 seconds left to go. Jets controlling. Shot. Goes off a crowd in front. Goes wide. Back to the front of the net. Parayko bats it away from the high or the low slot. Another one right to the middle. 4 seconds left to go. 1, 2, boom. We've got a game 7, everyone. The series is now tied. Can you believe it? Well, we should probably believe it. Because no team has won on the road yet so far. We'll have 2 game 7s in the NHL playoffs in the first round. Got Colorado and Dallas playing tomorrow in game 7, and we'll have Winnipeg versus St. Louis playing on Sunday in game 7, which is pretty crazy. Dave DeVilliers, learn the rules, learn the rules, learn the rules, learn the rules. And then Zach says, learn the rules, learn the rules, learn the rules. And then Zoe says, my Gen X in the grow are very important. I know what you mean. I think it's crazy neck guards aren't mandatory. Yep. It will be someday. I'm pretty sure it will be someday. I'm growing a sherbed quake plant right now. What's a sherb quake? Oh my goodness. So they've played 6 games. None of that means anything now because they're going to play again on Sunday. Winner takes all. 1 game, winner takes all. It's pretty crazy stuff. If I had to wear a neck guard, I'd feel claustrophobic because it's Calvin 99 Charlie. Fair enough. It's like a turtleneck like Connor Gargoyle Garland. Mighty Jetix, I mean prosperity for heart issues. Oh, yes, that's what you mean. Heart issues. I get it, Calvin. I can't wear turtlenecks. I feel like I'm being choked. Do any wear turtlenecks when you're feeling kind of kinky then? Oh! All right. Everyone, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I think we did have a dono tonight. We had Big Mac donating a gifted membership. We love to see it. Bunny fan getting that one. So that was good to see. Thank you very much, Big Mac, for the dono. In Pick Betty We Trust. I don't like turtlenecks either. Finishing the poll question. Can the Jets finish off the Blues tonight? 40% of you said yes. 38% of you said no. 14% of you said, do I look like a fortune teller? And then 7% of you said, nah, Blues win 2, booting the Jets. So 40% of you are wrong. 38% of you are right. And 7% of you might be right if the Blues can win the next game, winning the first road game of this playoff series. Like, don't get me wrong. I like being choked, just not in that way. Laugh out loud. So Rosary, could the next one, could be the next one to make the grade. Calvin Island, I laugh out loud, dead. Dave Dooley, just finished my cement shoes and grease monkeys. Busy busting one. Blue and white, go Leafs. Why is that C there for laugh out loud? Laugh out loud. Enjoy your night, Rusty. Yeah, you too, KJ. Thanks for being here. It's been lots of fun. Yeah. Like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow for the game between the Avalanche and the Avalanche and the Stars. And as I mentioned, there is only one series yet to be determined right now. So we're going to have Vegas versus Edmonton. We're going to have Toronto versus Florida. We're going to have Washington versus Carolina, and to be determined. So whoever wins this game and whoever wins this game, they'll be playing each other in this series here. So it should be good to see. Back to the bar. Dave DeVilliers, thanks, brother. Have a great evening further. You too, buddy. Enjoy your day. Have a good night. Coconuts, go, Coconuts, go, Coconuts. Tomorrow is only a day away, so Zoe. Yep, it sure is. Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Dobby, for being cute. Thank you to my beautiful wife for making me an amazing meal and for showing up on stream for just a brief moment, getting that sneak preview of when you hit 1,000. Thank you to everyone who subbed tonight. I appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the Stanley Cup Finals, so we'll see what happens. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We're going to be live at 4:40, and then we'll be watching the Colorado Avalanche versus the Dallas Stars. Game 7 should be crazy. Who knows what's about to happen? But until then, remember, my name is Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and make sure that you make good choices.